They're really good there. Okay, so you all got a better view here on Facebook, YouTube. Most definitely has is really clear. I'm seeing the coloration here in Facebook. It's not, but YouTube you get a lot of better quality here, and I do my best not to allow myself to get too caught up in it because it can take you for a spin here. I got a whole lot of. Hold on, let me make sure I'm set up here good. This is a bit too far up on me. Okay, there we go. I'm back. Yeah, I know my answer. Look, I'm back. I'm back. I have to look. I have to be thankful to God for allowing me not to have the mind to give up. I'm getting started with my lemon water. I have my lemon water in here, you all, for my Wellness Wednesday, or for you all's Wellness Wednesday, because it's not mine. It's not just mine. It belongs to you all, or else I would not be tuning in. And especially at this different time, I had to tune in at this different time because I just got tired of trying to wait to get the other technical part of the phone business line up and going. And I also had to take another, it wasn't a break. I had to refocus again with what was going on in life internally. Hey there, cuz. Good to see you. Yay, there go my first cuz. Yeah, and I'm glad she tuned in because here it goes again. You all, I know you all wonder how is it that you look beautiful too, cuz. So look, how you gonna say I look beautiful when you know we look alike? It's like saying you look beautiful to yourself. I had to get her on there because of that, yeah. But yes, so on that note, hey Ruby, um, I'm sitting here like, okay, Father, here we go again. You all keep my family in prayers. We have our cousin, one of our most famous, popular cousins, on top of it. And what I mean by famous and popular, I mean he's made some strides in his life. He has done a lot, and he has overcome a lot. But Leon Dre Brown has passed on into his 60th year of life. Um, and he was full of a lot of life, and he always been like that since I was a little girl. He was my mother's first cousin, and he is gone. He has transitioned on, and he has most definitely left his impact in his town, and in his place. And so, keep my family in prayers. I will have to attend the funeral next weekend, and yes, we had just lost our auntie slash cousin Janie last week as well. She was suffering from a terminal illness for a while. Beautiful spirit, beautiful soul. And no, I'm not just saying these things. The different ones tune in. They will tell you that not just saying it just because they're family. I'm stating this because it's true. Not just among family, but among everyone that has that the lives that they impacted in a very positive, loving way. And so we just had to deal with the transition and burial of one of our elders that had made a major impact on my life, my cousin Janie, which is always like an auntie because she was older, and she just carried that auntie vibe. Um, she was one that I first got inspired to sew when I was a teenager because she would sew and make clothes. Beautiful home, beautiful wife, beautiful mother. Very, I always kept a really, I always had a good positive word to share with us. And so she transitioned on last week. And then now this past, well, the week 2 weeks ago, I believe. And then now our cousin Leon Dre Brown, which we call him Go Get 'em. And y'all, some of y'all don't even know why we called it Go Get 'em, but you better believe that we always felt protected with Go Get 'em. And so keep my family in prayers again, and much condolence to anyone else. Hey, you got my other cousin Glenda Cornelius son. Praise the Lord, and may God bless you all as well. I wish I would have saw you all, cousin. I did plan on being there at the national, convention, preferably maybe next year. If they don't shut everything else down, I will be there with the health products and things of that nature to share, because we're losing so many family and loved ones back to back, and then just nationwide. And so that's why now I'm go in further again. This is the reason why I have my colon cleanse, my own personal, that I have come across with the best grade that I colon purifier is what I'm calling mine, because everybody's doing a whole cleanse thing, but purify means something. And this is like a month supply. You take those, you call in, you want to purchase these. They are two for 40, because you need both packs. I didn't get the bigger bag because this is what I had available at the time. And so I'm using it, but you still get your two packs for $40. Um, and this helps to cleanse out the gut, helps cleanse to sweep away unwanted parasites that's there that causes you all to crave sugar, and all different other forms of, and helps to with reducing inflammation. We have many testimonies and people down throughout the years. I say almost 20 years now of clients that I know of, and of other colleagues, naturopaths, that have given that particular colon purifier to their clients as well. And they have recovered, they have reduced fibroids, they have recovered from uterus cancer and things of that nature by using that as part of their eating regimens. Notice I didn't say diet. I don't like the word, because we got a whole lot of people that's dying from it, whatever that it is, which is usually a chemical or processed like type food. And you all are hearing this and seeing this go around and fly around all over the nation now. Thank God. This is the one good thing that's good about social media, in this sense. If you have the mind to tune into that, that's helpful, more helpful for you and beneficial for you and your family to share. And so that's the reason why you hear us say when we come on here, like and share for others. It may be for ratings or to make a lot of money. For me, it is because I don't want our people to be destroyed for the lack of any good knowledge that I have to be able to share with you all, that could be and will be very beneficial to you, and the quality of healthy life that you will have if you tune in enough. And if, when I'm sharing certain books and certain information with you, that you apply it to your life and to your family's life. All right, did I say that well enough, you all? Hey there, Sister Terry Thompson. Hey there, Sister Jordan. Brother Jordan. Hey, everybody. Oh, look at my brother. I'm so glad you all tuned in. Yes, I am relocated. I got everything set up, you all. That's the reason why I had to take a break. And because we've had two more passings in the family of some of my elders that I was raised up with years ago. Unfortunately, we all are in different states, different places, doing different things. And so, no, meanwhile, Dr. Chef could not get to these particular loving, very, very family tied family members of mine. And so, all together, so back to the colon cleanse, and then, of course, our powerful moringa. This is going around now. Now, you all see now more people, maybe a few more out there that's trying to sell the moringa. Well, mine is $20 a pack. If you want a whole monthly supply, which I only recommend a teaspoon. Some take a tablespoon. You put it in a tea. If you got a tea steeper, invest in that. Stop thinking that this is a thing for old people, you all, which is, it's a thing for all people. I thought I had one there before me. I have a little mug that's a steeper that you can make your own tea. All you need is hot water. And I know you all say, "Oh, the tea out of this? Come on now, Dr. Shep, it's hot outside." You brew it, put it in some boiling hot water. It'll only take a little second, or you can get one of those convenient, less than $20 water warmers, just to see the benefits, the benefits from out of the herbs through seeping it. Then you can always add or put it in the refrigerator cool for a little bit if you don't want nothing hot throughout the day. However, don't let that stop you all from getting your moringa. It is $20 a pack here. It is very, very high in being able to help to reduce inflammation. I have on here for mental clarity. It's attacking those parasites as well. It's good for high antioxidants. It normalizes the blood sugar, even if you don't realize that your blood sugar level or let's just say that if you're eating artificial sugars, which 90% of Americans are, then it will normalize that for you, especially if you don't go get checked often, every 6 months to a year. There's some type of doctor that can give you your level, or if you don't know your body good enough. Let me say that. If you don't know your body good enough, I tell you that the one way that you can most definitely tell when your blood sugar level is off is you start to get a little weak. You start feeling a little limp. A lot of times, and then when the dopamine is when you have eaten, it's just the opposite of when you have taken on the artificial sugars, that you get a burst of energy. Well, it's just the opposite when the blood sugar level is being compromised. The natural blood sugar level is being compromised by artificial processed sugars that has been stripped of all of its nutrients, like the real pure cane, sugar cane. Well, you're not most major companies, the grocers do not sell that anymore. And so how you can tell is you start feeling a little weak, and here it is in the middle part of the day. You've already binged on your coffee, on your what's the name, Starbucks. And look at the name itself, you all, Starbucks. Yeah, giving out that money to the star that is not in return giving you enough healthy things or healthy beverages that can help balance your blood sugar level out or your blood pressure out for the rest of the day. It gives you a quick high, a boost of that artificial sugar that's in there. And when it's time for it to die down within the blood sugar, within the blood level, then now you're experiencing the slump. And now you're feeling like you need something else. So the moringa is what I'm saying that will help with levelizing that out. 1 teaspoon a day is an anti-inflammation, inflammatory herb as well. So you have tumors, you have fibroids, things of that nature, headaches, migraines, anywhere where you can experience blood clotting. Even ladies during your time of cycle, if you notice blood clots, do not be afraid to look down. I have to put that out there, you all. Don't be afraid to look down. You got to look down to know what's coming in you. If you're always constantly before your face and wash your face and trying to look to see where there's a scar, or if your skin is correct, then why wouldn't you want to be concerned or fixing your hair and just put on our clothes? Why would you want to know what's in you? And a lot of us say, oh, that's gross. That's this. No, that's you. That's what's in you. And the only way you're going to know how to fix what's in you and know how healthy you are is if you pay attention to what's coming out of you. It's not just about just paying attention to what's in what's coming out of your mouth. You need to know what's coming out of all of your canals, all of your openings, from your rectum to your private area, from your ears, from your pores, and all from your eyes. If you have too much sleep coming out of your eyes in the morning, that's a clear sign that you will have built up excess amount of mucus. And that extra mucus from eating the artificial breads and eating yeast and drinking beers and taking in all of the processed franken foods. This will help you to help extract that out of your system, along with the colon purifier helps to bind it up to help you to have a healthy gut elimination without having to run off with diarrhea. That's the number one question that's always asked. Does it make you have to run to the restroom? Absolutely not. Someone asked the question to me, how is that so, Dr. Shelf? How do you know? It's just another product that has been sold. There's a lot of stuff out here. I know because I have experienced it myself. I've taken it myself over 10 years ago, and I have recently taken it, and the same has taken place. However, you must make sure that you're eating a meal with this so it can have something together. Unless you're on a fast, if you're fasting, then that's better. You know you have all that backed up gut, excess amount of food and beverages and dough and other chemical products that's laying dormant in your gut. This will gather it together to help move it along as you drink it. You put it 2 tablespoons or one, depending on how much toxic waste you want to have eliminated and parasites. And then you take this and you put it in a glass like I demonstrated. If you go back to my other videos, to about 2, 3 weeks ago on Wellness Wednesday, I was showing you all how you can stir it up, and I drank it on live so that you guys can see how to use it. And since everybody is all about the smoothies now, that shouldn't make it too hard because it does get a little thick and a little gel up. I say within about 5 to 8 minutes if you let it sit, but still it's smooth. You can still take it down without any problem. So I recommend, if you don't want it to thicken any, then to just take it straight down within the first 1 to 3 minutes of stirring it up in some either pure alkaline water with a little lemon. You can add a little lemon or lime if you like, or either you can put it in some pure organic drink juice. You can add it to a juicer as well and drink that 1 to 3 times throughout the day, depending on how much you're carrying in your gut. And if you are confused about that, then you need to be calling me right now. You all, I'm working on my business line. Something is going on where they're not allowing me to boot into it for some reason. I've been calling and checking. So you all would have to use the 314-705-6264 number. And that is inside of the YouTube chat. If you look up into the chat, I did get a chance to put that in there. If you guys can read above, zoom up and read above, you'll see that it's in the chat. So that is my updated information. Order 2 bags, $40. And if you want more supply of this will be 2 bags for $40 as well. However, the Mariga can give you your great results with 1 bag of it for $20. And I do ship. Please add in the $12 for shipping and handling. And it brings me to the, I am working on also having to get back to another sister that told me how I can possibly get a discount on the shipping. And bottom line is, if I get the discount on the shipping, so will you. So will you. And so stay tuned for that. And so thank you all for your patience and your love, your emails, your messages, anyone that I have missed within this time of another of 2 more transition. Hey, uncle, 2 more transition. And I know we have to get our consultation in. My uncle was there. Hey there, cuz. Tamika, how you doing? And so I am trying. I'm just not getting back on track here with my tuning back in this week after shifting and moving everything. And so I thank you all for your patience and love. And I did state to everyone to keep our family up in prayers. We've lost 2 more of our family, and they're going to show you how huge. If any of you all that's tuning in now or that's going to tune in later, hey, Sister Lauren, how you doing? Hey, Sister Candy, good to see all of you all. Then you were like, wait a minute, Dr. Chef, how many? You're constantly saying almost every few months that somebody has transitioned in a family. You all, you have to know how difficult that is for me. I don't think I have to explain that. A bit of common sense will let you know that if I am working in this field and have been doing this for a long time now, what is considered a long time, you can only imagine the things that go through my mind when I hear the different conditions that my family members, my loved ones are passing from. And it also gives you an idea of just how huge my family is. And so when I say I have hundreds and hundreds, you might as well say thousands of cousins, and more than 10 aunties and uncles, and they have children, and they have children. It's a lot of us from state to state. And it goes to show you how close our family is in a lot of ways, even though a lot of us are very busy, have very busy lives, and we have different lifestyles. But the word always get around, thanks to social media, that someone has passed. And I am thankful. I will say this. As much as it hurts my heart, I do know that it is a part of life. This is the cycle of life, and how healthy we are and how much knowledge that we accumulate of how to take better care of our temple will determine in many ways your longevity. Um, we understand accidents, and unfortunately, that is not the case for the most part with my family. In some ways, I wish I could say that. But no, 99% has been to some type of dis-ease that on a daily basis I teach about. However, that should go to show you all just how challenging making the lifestyle change is for, and just how strong of an addiction that it is for us to change, even when you have family members and others that are out here teaching you now that no, this is bad for your health, this is poor for your health, no, you need to be weaned off of this, you need to wean off of that. And then me also, as well as a certified drug counselor, and understanding more and more each day the effects of all these different drugs. Let's call it what it is. I don't call it medicine unless I'm adding the SIN to it. And there are books on it now, you all, that are written by PhD medical doctors now. So now you all don't even have to debate with naturopaths like myself. That is not my field. Let me put the disclaimer out there. I'm not a medical doctor. I'm proud not to be. I am thankful for the few that are now transferring over to become holistic doctors to learn more better of how to heal the body naturally. My training is in the naturopathic way, and my background again is in health and nursing. I've been CNA for 20 plus years. I never gave up my certification for that, so I can have room to go back in to see exactly what's going on. I want to have to hear it. I don't have to read about it. I would go volunteer some time to go in to actually see it for myself. What is taking over the minds and the bodies, and that's literally destroying our people? What particular meds and medications? Yes, I put it out there. So if they decide to block me now, then oh well, it's too late. I got the information now. I have the information. And in nursing and rehabilitation, and also in detoxification, I've gotten a chance to watch this from babes all the way up until the age of 104. And I can tell you now, within 20, almost 25 years now of doing this and going through this long one-on-one journey, personal, visually, seeing this and hearing this for myself, in and out of living centers, in and out of nursing homes, in and out of hospitals, and now within my own family, the drum roll of number of family members that have transitioned since 2021, since ironically this shot has taken place with these common diseases that they call diseases, which I don't personally believe in myself. I just believe that the body is in a place to where it is literally just trying to heal itself. And we have unfortunately failed for the okie doke, and they have done an elaborate, a very highly intelligent, wicked, twisted way of marketing that we are supposed to suppress the body instead of heal the body. And so I don't really believe in diseases in the way that it has been marketed. And notice I used the term marketed. Hey, Brother Lamar, I don't believe in that term really. I use it because this is the understanding that a lot of our people have about it. However, my experience, hands on, visual, in your face experience has been that that we have fallen for a major, critical, deadly okie dokie is what I like to put in here. We have been what some call hoodwinked. It's a reason why they didn't initially create the hospitals for us, but for them. We should allow them to experiment on themselves, not on us. And you all know what I mean when I say us. And now I'm going to go as far as to say us also means those who have conscious mind and are still operating in common sense that has been raised in natural resources and farmland, and they seen what works for the body, what heals the body, and what doesn't. So that means that can be any color, creed of person. And I'm trying to steer away from the term culture as well, as much as we like to use that word culture, because culture is also something I've thought about, and I finally heard another brother. I can't remember his name. I heard another brother. He explained it so well what the term culture means. I think I saw him. I'm gonna give credit where credit is due. I think I saw him on the show, and you guys gotta look it up and you gotta see it. 19 Keys is his name. Get out of this phase, you all. We have to get out of this phase. You will listen to all these other people that are not from your quote unquote culture and get their information. But then when it comes down to some of our own brothers and sisters, we want to question their abilities and their knowledge, knowing that they have been working diligently and very hard, like myself and many others, to get this information out to you all, literally risking their lives. And we don't want to listen to them sometimes, and that's not good. So on this Wellness Wednesday, you're hearing it from me, Dr. Chef Felicia Anhill is telling you all to don't do that. Don't. There's a scripture that says, the day that you hear my voice, harden not your heart. And what I take that my voice means, no matter how much you want to debate with whether or not certain scriptures and texts are true or not, we're living it, you all. We're living it. The reality is not virtual reality, but the reality is that our people are dying and we are being destroyed for the lack of knowledge. So back to culture. He explained on the show 19 Keys. Look him up, y'all. He's a brother. And yes, he is part of the I got tongue tied, Muslim community. However, that does not do. You all know, in the black, quote unquote, black family, in the black culture, that we all know that years ago they were the only people that practiced the lifestyle of really being able to detoxify the body and help bring a lot of people off of drugs, off the streets, in the ghettos, in the impoverished areas, and clean up our men and women and help them to heal their bodies. Now it's not being practiced as much as it used to be years ago, because a lot of people have left that way of lifestyle. But there's also in other parts of the world where it's millions of them, you all. That's their way of life, and we call it a religion, meaning that is what they practice, is what they believe in, and a lot of them still eat right according and eat healthy according to their scripture text and their spiritual belief and their teaching. That is still good. It doesn't change the fact that it's not good for the body. So going to 19 Keys is what I am going to recommend and start recommending, and find that brother. I think his name was TK something, and he was talking about culture. Gosh, I wish I could have wrote it down, because a lot of times I'll just be led to get up in the middle of the night, and I know some of you all are doing the same. I'll be led to get up in the middle of the night, and I will listen for this different information that some are highly intelligent and really spiritual minded black men and women will put out there, that's really helpful. And even I myself, with my hands-on experience, like, wait a minute, I've been thinking about that, but I never heard anybody talk about it. I never heard anyone address it. And so it takes me right back to the scripture that states that God would not have us to be ignorant. Ignorance just means to be dumbfounded, to not know, to not have knowledge about how to take care of the very body temple that he has given us, that he took out his time to create, to take care of it. If it wasn't important to him, it would be stated so many times throughout the scriptures. One scripture that I even have on the side of mine right now all the time that I think about it, and I can look right at it. I don't want to get up and grab it right away, but it's 3 John, and it's on my delivery boxes. I don't have a delivery box in front of me now. That John 3, and let me see, to make sure I give you guys the correct one that I have over there. Did I write it down? Beloved, I pray that you all prosper and be in good health. And so even in some of our teachings, we've been taught that it's wrong to even have money, to make money, to take care of your family and to live well. Well, if you don't have money today in this day and time, and then a lot of us don't have land to barter, and we're not having the resources that we're not coming together with our resources to be able to have something to be able to make a good living, then how do you afford land? How do you get land to be able even to grow crop if you don't have money? Or if you don't know, or if we're all not working together to make sure that we all have the necessary things here in life on earth that we need to live a more prosperous and healthy life with. If we don't prosper and be in good health, I can promise you that I couldn't afford to give you guys, have my own brand of Dr. Shelf Botanical colon purifier, or to hunt down the moringa. And I'll tell you right now, it costs me hundreds of dollars to do that. And then to buy packages and buy labels so that you know that it's from me, from those who trust what comes from me. So I'm giving you all back information and giving it to others to send you there, because I feel like in some ways they do. They break it down in a way that God has given it to them that is still going to be highly beneficial to your health. So I'm going to direct you all, when you take our time, go to that, go look up 19 Keys, the number 19 and KEYS. That brother is most definitely bringing on a lot of people on the platform. You do have to, for those of y'all that like to really spiritualize things, and you got your faith and beliefs, you got to know how to take out all of that in order to get to the core of the meat. It's no different than when you put food in the box. You don't go debating so much about the box, especially when you're hungry. You got to get hungry for this information. And you don't sit back and say, you know what, I don't like that this box is red. But it got the food, the salad that you need in it. And for some of y'all, it's the chicken that you want to have in there. You look at it, no, you in there trying to get what's in the box. Well, that's how you all need to treat this information when you all are having this phobia about what somebody believe in as far as their religious beliefs, and get what you need, the knowledge that you need. I can't stress that enough. Get the knowledge and the information that you need. Think about it. We already have been deceived and already have given ourselves away to the lust of our flesh and the pride of life. So filthy things are out there all day long that's not beneficial to our health, our mind, our wellness, or our souls at all. And you don't debate with that. We don't debate with that. When you are a drug addict, you just looking for the next fix and the next high. You're not worried about what shack and how dangerous it looks to go over to that house knowing that it's somebody there carrying a gun, a weapon, or something that going. No, you're looking to get whatever the lust of that flesh and that addiction is causing you to get to a place where I gotta have what I gotta have. Well, that's the way we have to treat good knowledge, good information that comes to help us on this Wellness Wednesday, you all. So yes, I am a major advocate for any of our people and others that have the knowledge that we need to help save and help have a better chance of living a healthy life, is what I'm saying. I don't believe that I have all the answers. No, I do not. I am right here a student with you all. Yes, I may have more knowledge than the next person in the room, but guess what, y'all? Let me tell you something. That's not good enough for me. And I encourage you all on this Wellness Wednesday, I have to look to the camera for this. Don't let it be good enough for you. We use credentials to say that we have experienced, we have been taught. However, that does not mean that one person have all knowledge. Come on now, y'all. I have to say this sometime like this, because sometimes afterwards people tune in. And because it's a lot of arrogance and pride that go into this sometimes when people get attention. And I've told you, and I've shared this with you all before, I've been thankful to have been raised with a family that attention was never the issue for me. So I don't have to do this for attention or to feel relevant. I merely do it because this is what's in my heart, in my mind. It's what I go to sleep thinking about. It's what I wake up thinking about. It's what I think about all throughout the day. Is what new information can I provide for our people? What new herb? What new this? What what do we have that can help save a life? It's just that simple for me. So that's the reason why you all never hear me complaining about the numbers. You never hear me complaining about how much money somebody's sending in. You never hear me complaining about how much something costs or what it doesn't. What you will hear me doing is trying my best to help us to think in a more common sense way, but more so in a more healthy minded way, in a more spiritual minded way. When I mean spirit, I mean where you're using the very gift that God has placed in you, in your mind, even in the midst of distractions, in the midst of turmoil, in the midst of somebody naysayers all in your ear. I've had so many distractions this past week. It's not funny. It is not funny. Things that technically could wait. It literally could wait. Because wasn't nothing going to change whether I did something or not about it. The only thing that I could change is my location. And I had to get to a place to where I could focus even to do that. And even with working with other people, that draws out your time. So if I had not been healthy at all, I'm just going to say at all. If I hadn't remembered to take my vitamin D, if I hadn't I had remembered to take, and wait a minute, when I'm starting to get a slight headache because I'm hearing, oh, wait a minute, somebody in the family has been placed in a psych ward. Just got that news yesterday. And I'm like, oh my God. And of course, this is where credential comes into play, to where they was willing to give me the information. But I did. I just had my moment of breakdown. Come on now, y'all. This is still part of Wellness Wednesday. I'm trying to show you that, no, I'm not a computer. I'm human and divine. You are too. My human side, because I love this family member as well. I broke down. I did. I understood that tears is a way to release pressure. Because I was doing good of seeing just how much support the family was giving to us losing another cousin and to losing the Auntie Janie. So I was being strong about that. I was. Because they lived such a beautiful life as far as what I could see. They accomplished so much in their life. But then hearing again that, okay, here's another family member, and I'm hearing about this at the last minute again. Because how life happens, the lifestyles, the different people have their own lifestyles. And to hear the frustration, the yelling, the frustration, the distress of the other family member that's not my family member, but they're on that side, on another side of the family, be upset and in distress and sick and bent over and cripple and saying, I need my son. They're trying to lock my son up. I had to ride. This is just yesterday, you all. And I'm going to go and help on this Wellness Wednesday to get them out of the psych ward. Now, I can't force what I have out on them, even with all of my experience. All I can do is be the messenger, and I understand that. And no matter how much my heart goes out, no matter how I'm going to have to get ready for another row of funerals, I said, Lord, this is how you have to do. Because I remember hearing so many of those who's tuning in saying, what do you do, Dr. Shell, when you're trying to help your family? When your mama don't want to listen to you, when your daddy don't want to listen to you, when your kids don't want to listen to you, when they mock you, when they make fun of you. It should be a song that after you've done all that you can, you just stand. You stand your ground. You stick to, you thank God. You thank your creator that you have the knowledge. You thank him even more so for those who are sincere and serious about their health and wellness, that do get the importance of it. And you give that gift, you give that knowledge to them. Now, that was easier for me to say than it's actually done. But I had to say it because I have a vision in my mind that some of you all may between now and the next few years, and I'm gonna put it out there that you are. As you listen to myself and others speak about being healthy and well, um, more healthier and well, you may decide to go into that field. You may decide to do more studies. I know there are a few that's tuning in now that is, and this is how you do it. I know the late Layla Africa, and thankfully I got a chance to meet him personally and take a picture with him and everything. A few, uh, maybe about 2, 3 years before he transitioned, I saw it in him. I saw it in his face and his eyes. But it was a beautiful thing to see him um, light up. His face just lit up, and this is not to no glory to me, but I knew what he was smiling about. And now, mind you, I had never personally met him. I just had heard about him. I even had some of his books, and I hadn't even got around to reading it, y'all. Yep, I'm gonna confess I had because I was so caught up in doing my studies and taking care of my clients, and that's just the way it is sometimes. So a lot of people can say I personally learned from him. I didn't. But when I met him, we had that kindred spirit just connected like that. And then as I started working with others that was in the health and wellness field, they say, you sound like him. And I was like, no. For the conversations that I didn't know what they were talking about because I hadn't gotten around to reading his books. I only got a chance to hear him speak maybe once briefly, but that was during a questionnaire. There was a panel discussion of questions. But I knew to support and to buy and purchase the books. And so everything that mostly what I share is from my own personal experiences with the clients that I have had, the hundreds and hundreds. And I'm sure it's done reached 1,000 now within the past 20 years, but who's counting? But I know I've been forced to have to count the 20. Hear the word, you all, 20. 20. And I have a family member that's now an aunt that's getting ready to send me the names. Family members, loved ones. Most of them I have grown up with. That has transitioned since 2021. 20. 20 is the head count, you all. Just dropping dead. A few had terminal illnesses like my mother. Only one that I know of went in their sleep and diagnosed with natural causes, and that was my daughter, Nijay, in December, with a smile on her face, like she was ready to be with her grandma. Y'all, I know I said it when I was in DC, December, I believe that was December the 7th, the first week of December, when I was there in DC at Dr. Baru at his establishment there, that no matter what the adversary throw at me, that I'm not going to stop, I'm not going to give up. I said that. I did. And it's something that you all didn't know is that when I was on that podium for that few minutes, I felt it. I felt I had got a quick glimpse that my daughter was transitioning. That she hadn't until the next day, till 2 days after I got back home. But that's how deep I feel our people. Of course, I could feel my daughter that way because that's part of me. But I have had to live with the ability. And some people call it a gift. Some people call it seer. Call it whatever you want. But I can promise you it's not a happy feeling to have to wake up every day, every week, every month. And I'm going to try not to choke up. And have to be able to sense when our people are slipping away, especially from the things that can be healed. And so when people ask me, why do you do this, Dr. Chef? It's not even about what Big Pharma is doing for me. It's not even about who to point the finger at. It's about just making it aware, just being the messenger to, y'all got, excuse me, gosh, I wasn't expecting for it to hit me like this. Saying your prayers and your love. And just my desire is just for our people to take care of themselves, to do all that you can to take care of yourself. It's so many of us that have plights in life. You have to know what you're called and purpose to do, and you got to stand your ground so that others can have a better chance, so that you have contribute to that's good in life. I know all of us aren't here for that. That's not my concern. My concern and my place and my position has clearly been that my greatest opposition, just like others that are doing this, will always be seeing our people fade away because of the lack of knowledge and the lack of discipline. And so I'm at a place to where I realize that the only way I can be of a great help is to keep learning, keep sharing, keep loving, keep praying. And so in the midst of this journey, of course, I didn't think that I would have to suffer loss, or I didn't think that I would have to, I knew that I would because I understood the pandemic. I understood it. I understood it. That you can't go against nature. More importantly, you can't go against the creator and he not fight back. You can't. We get so caught up in boxing and all these other things, and it's good for a man and woman to know how to defend themselves, don't get me wrong, but we get so caught up in fighting each other. And yeah, y'all, I saw the Alabama get down, throw down, smack down. See how I bounced out of that so quick thinking about that. I saw it. Thank you, Sister Diane. I thought about it. I knew that I would get hit hard. That is just part of it, you all. When you're in a battle, you got to get hit hard in order for you to learn how to get back up and swing. You got to. And I've never been a fighter. I've always been in love. And then someone just said to me not too long ago, in order to be a lover, you got to learn how to fight for love. And I'm like, I never thought about it like that. Interesting. But that doesn't mean that we're supposed to be fighting each other, y'all. We're supposed to be protecting each other. We're supposed to be informing each other. We're supposed to be warning each other. We're supposed to be loving each other. And so this is the reason why that even though I have my daughter that's my firstborn that's in transition, even though I'm gone through the full separation with my family, with what was my husband, even though the children and the other ones are grown now and doing their things, even though I have 20 20 family members that have passed now. And they have family members that have passed on now after getting the jab, that I can't give up. I can't. It's just not in me. It's not in my makeup. It's not in my spiritual makeup. If anything, that makes me to understand and understand just how great of a work and a task this is. And that's the reason why I don't have no shame in my game, if I could say it that way. And it's not a game at all, y'all. But the way they got this set up, the system set up, it is a game of life. It is a game that they're playing with our lives, with our very own lives, like they gave it to us, like they gave us life. They're playing with it, and I'm here, like I have done even when I was younger playing sports, and even now if I do a little sports, I come in to infiltrate. I come in to take the ball. I come in to run the fastest. I come in to win a life. So where there's 20 that's gone, I understand that there's billions that's left, that there's still going to be more lives that I'll be able to help save through awareness than I lose at this time. Even though that's a huge amount of numbers, the only thing that was going through my mind when my auntie Sherry shared that with me was that, wow, you only hear about 20 loved ones. I said, that's a tsunami. That's a hurricane. And then for those of us who want to get spiritual, the first thing we want to say is, man, what happened with your family? What's going on? Well, little do you all know, it had already been prophesied to me that I would be. It was already stated to me by another prophet through another seer that you are going to be the key factor that's going to be able to help save some of your family members. And so I knew that no matter what came up, I believed them, because so far so good. For the years that I've known of this person, they've never spoke a lie that I know of. Never stated something that didn't come to pass, not later, but sooner. And it bothered me. I'm not going to lie, you all. It bothered me at that time. It did. This is still Wellness Wednesday. It bothered me at this time. At that time, I said, how dare they tell me? This is what's going on in my mind. How dare they tell me? I'm going to just keep it 1,000 with you all. How dare they tell me that it's going to be on me? Put all that on me. With all these family members, all these people. How dare they say it's going to lie on me? But I knew what she meant. She meant that I couldn't give up. She meant that you still have to do the work no matter how many fall to the wayside. She meant that I had to. And now it has come to pass since 2021. We're not even finished with 2023, y'all. It's happened. I want my family dead. So while you're all thinking that I just get on social media just to talk to you, all know, don't know. It starts at home. Charity starts at home first. That wasn't a family member of mine when the pandemic first hit. They couldn't call. They got on Zooms. My Uncle Frank, everybody got on Zoom calls and say, okay, y'all can question her credentials all you want to. You can question whether or not she's a medical doctor or not, but she has something that the family needs. Not that anybody was doing that to my face. Only about 2 out of many, but still, just the fact that it was a couple of naysayers that didn't know what all I was doing. Because they live in their own lives, doing their own thing, and they believed in the westernized drug industry. Questioned it. But here we are in 2023, and you can like and share this, family. Those of you all that's tuned in, I see some of you all that's tuned in, like and share it. 20 of us are gone now. 20. It's not even, most people don't even have that. Just amongst aunties, uncles, and family members, most people don't even know 20 of their family members, or don't even have a relationship with 20 of their family members. Come on now, real talk. So for me to know all of them, even in different states, just for that to get back to me, you can only imagine how my brain is going, my mind, I'm thinking, oh God, yeah, woo, yeah. Because I could only count 12 at that point in time because there's just been so much going on and so much distraction. And I had to apologize for a few that reaching out, talking about other things that that could wait. Other things that I say, nothing is more important than life. Nothing. Nothing. And it led me to understand that it's just some people, no matter how brilliant they act like they are, they do not truly care. They're just doing this thing. They're doing whatever good that they do for clout. Well, that's not I. I can't do that to you all. So that's the reason why I said, no, look, get the information that you can get, be motivated. Since I missed Motivational Monday, if you haven't figured it out, now I'm collaborating Motivational Monday into Wellness Wednesday. I encourage you, I beg you to start downloading the information, write it down. Whatever don't make sense to you, save the video. Then by all means, you can even set you a time frame. You can call in for me for consultation to go over to pick my brain and say, Dr. Shaw, what do you think about this? And I promise you, I'm not going to get prideful and tell you whether or not it works or not. I'm going to do the homework and we're going to discuss it. And I'm going to tell you whether or not I believe and can tell that this will work for you or not. Because I know it's so much out here now, and I know our people are desperate now. So many of us are desperate. We see the adversary now. We see the enemy now. And if you don't, then if you be blind, then it be because you're just blind. But I know whoever's tuning in today is not blind to this thing. Some of y'all, I don't have the leisure or the luxury to focus on this my looks or where I'm at and what I'm doing. I don't have the luxury to focus on what my voice and whether or not I'm pretty enough or not for you all, or whether or not I'm stacked with enough degrees or not. I don't have the luxury to think about stuff like that. I only have what drives me and what the passion and the love, which is the greatest gift of them all. And I do my best to master, to learn daily how to even practice all so-called five love languages. But I'm going to tell you now, if there's 9 spirits of the fruit, 9, then I question someone telling us, trying to say to us that there's only 5 love languages. And that's not to say that the 5 love languages that's out there is not adequate. Give me a second, you all. I need to turn around and plug in this computer. There we go. Bingo, we're back. That's not to say that they're not relevant, because they're very relevant. It's a lot of people that have learned how to treat people better by the 5 love language. I forget the name of the author that's wrote it for years ago, but if you Google it, you put in 5 love languages, and I'm sure his book will pop up. And yes, he is a Caucasian man. For those of you all that's black. However, the knowledge and the information I still find very, very helpful and beneficial. And y'all, don't be deceived. There's a lot of people that's out here that's getting information from the others that have studied us and that have studied the original people, and they're just regurgitating the same information that our ancestors have always known, and our elders have always known. They're just putting it in their own perspective, in their own books. So don't get so caught up in this so-called I'm black, to the point to where you miss the knowledge and the information that they have been able to legally print out for us to show us what they did steal, or the information that they did learn by going into all the different villages and going into these, traveling all around the world, finding out what works and what don't. So be wise about that as well too. Y'all have to put that out there. Be wise about that. And you can always go back to fact check through those of us who are wellness people that have been in the nitty gritty with what should work for the body, for healing the body, and what doesn't. My Uncle Frank, I love him because he does it all the time. Y'all hear me mention him, not just because he's my great uncle that helped raise me, but because he's never given up. He's 70 plus, and he's not given up on set. He's had 14 children and have raised myself and so many other help raise. I can't even count how many he has raised because he's the oldest of 18 himself. And so I come from stuff like I come from people that just have always given and always have have had a passion for life and family. And I've shared that with you all before. And so that does matter. That does determine how authentic I would be. So I can't take credit for that. No, I can't. No, no more than you can that if you had a mother that sent you, made sure you had school supplies to go to school, and the other person who didn't, they had school supplies and they didn't. Then I can't say that I gave myself my own school supplies. What I can tell you is that I used what my parents gave me. I used what my aunties and uncles gave me. I use, and I'm learning more and more daily, and I encourage you all to do the same thing. Use what God, what the Creator, whoever you call Him, has given you that's good and healthy for yourselves. And so you saw where I started off with, you see my colon cleanse here in the back. I am still waiting because I had to make the shift in the move. Glitches, wasn't able to get through. Well, I don't want to say just cause of glitch and move, but when I tried to go into the line to update on my CMOS, I could not get through. And so that's on hold for now, you all. But if you want to donate, you can still donate. My cash app is still the same, Dr. Chef FA, capital FA, capital J, lowercase ORDAN. It's still that. Dr. Chef FA Jordan. That's still my cash app for those you all that want to send their donations or want to just pay in advance and trust the processor, just like everybody else got that I know of, got their products. I think I did a checklist. Everybody else got their products. I think only one person, because they were in Canada and was trying to debate whether or not they want to have it sent to New York or Canada, didn't receive theirs. And then I know I have a few that's waiting on for their CMOS. And so I do appreciate you all for your information. And I do still have a line that's coming in for our tinctures. I do have that. So as you all know, I do realize that now. I think I'm in, it doesn't give me my time frame of how long I'm in here. Tell me, hey there, Pastor Simmons. Hey, Queen. That's my sister, my prayer warrior, y'all. Hey there, Pastor. How you doing? I don't know how long I've been in here. Can y'all tell me if you're able to stay tuned? If you can tell me, then great. But nevertheless, I'm here, you all. I appreciate you all's prayers. I appreciate the positive vibes that I've been hearing. And if you have any questions, then just understand that I'm here. I do realize I have to give a little bit more time. And yes, eventually at some point, I'll be able to break up parts of my which as of right now, I'm not doing that right now. But I will. This is a growing and learning process, and I'm in for the ride. So I pray that you all are too. I'm just thankful to see you all's faces, different names that I see that's popping up. I'm real thankful to see that because that lets me know it's just as simple as this for me, that you're alive. And the wellness part is a journey. And I'm here for the journey. And so if you all don't see me giving up and giving in, yes, I'm going to put that responsibility on myself because it's what we do. That's what I do. This is my birthright. And what I mean by my birthright, I am the eldest of many. And my mother was the eldest of many. My grandmother was. I've said this before, so you guys can understand the reason why I could never not feel responsible for our people. I can never not get to a place to where I have my sisters like Pastor Lane and different ones that won't call me. Thank you so much, Sister. Say you've been on for an hour. Okay, thank you, Sister Lauren. I appreciate it. Bless your heart. I can never not feel that because it's been with me all my life. I had a sibling. My first sibling was 1 year and a half younger than me. And and several came after her. And my father had many children. And everybody's grown now, thank God. And none of them have transitioned to my knowledge. And so It's just something that's why I say it's a birthright. And so I naturally carried that with me to my profession and in this healing journey, this healing mission that we have. I naturally carry that with me. So no one could ever ask a question, somebody else questions. So what's she doing this for? Hey, you already know why. It's not just a marketing thing for me. It's not just about selling things for me. It could never be. It can only be about protecting and loving and supporting and giving out the best information as we can to our people and how to better take care of ourselves. And with that being said, I did write down this information, so I'm glad for those of you all that were able to keep tuning in. I do want to share I did come across this within a few seconds. There was a guy, and he's a Caucasian guy. He says he's 43 years old, but he goes to show you guys, man, gosh, he looks much older. But it's called Freedom Food. Look it up, you all. Freedom Food. This is what I'm going to start doing more often. I'm going to start redirecting you all to look up this and to do your homework. You've heard me say this before, and a lot of people say, "Well, why am I do it?" Because I'm working on a particular way that I want to do mine. I'm working on my own curriculum and things that I have to do, but it has to be done very strategically for me. I cannot, but as of right now, the information that I am getting of those who I deem to have good information that you need to know for now until my booklets come out. This is what I'm feeling led to share with you all. It's called Freedom, Food Freedom. Look him up. He'll pop up. His name is Henry Cobb. Henry, Henry, and then Cobb is Cobb. And this guy is showing you in his Gmail is gofoodfreedom.org. Go, G-O, food, F-O-O-D, freedom, Freedom, freedom.org. Um, Go to him. He's showing you how to set up a whole lot of good food and how to store up. He's got these nice looking packages for those of you all that have homes or have family friends that have it and you want to know how to grow, store, and all that. This guy has a lot of good information. I think he does, just for a disclaimer, he does use about one swear word because he's passionate at being a husband and a father and all that good stuff. And he's sharing with you all how to make it, to simplify it more, and how to store food. And he's also giving information about what's the common source of food shortages and things of that nature. Yes, unfortunately, we're back there again, where we're going to have to go through this again. Y'all, we will be without an excuse. We've been warned. We've seen it. We saw the truck stops. We saw all that. I've been fortunate and blessed to where I may be able to have my hands onto a truck, you all. So anybody that you know that got farm food, good farm food that's growing food, you all call me directly, the 314-705-6264 number, and let me know, because I will be working on making sure that whoever is tuning in, and not people, if we got a block of people, or you got a huge family like I do, or you are part, or you are some type of community leader, where we can get trucks in and out. I said it. Yep, I said it. So y'all like and share. We can get trucks in and out. I can at least get one. And it only costs maybe about a few $100s, give or take, depending on how much you all need. But it has to be a community of some sort. So if that's your church, if that's your community, whatever business you have, then maybe you can reach them while they're in the next state, while they're in the next close by to you, whether it's within a half an hour radius. You all, we can't be lazy minded here, because when they stop this stuff, when they stop it, that means that a lot of our people are going to panic. They're going to panic because they know that that's the way to get to us. They know most of us don't fast. They know most of us do not fast. And so we're not accustomed or used to pushing back the plate and only eating maybe once every 2 to 3 days. They know most of us still will work jobs, and that we'll need that X amount of energy, and that we don't have all the herbs and all of the vitamins and minerals that we need. And so therefore, if you don't have over a 30 to 60 day supply of your things, and don't panic about that either, just do it one bit at a time. still you need to be connected to a farmland or someone who's able to get food into your community. And I know people say, well, Dr. Shiv, how you gonna be able to do that? They can have checks and all that and making sure. Well, Most High is good to me. Favor, favor. Because of this heart that I have, I get phone calls. And it's okay. Whatever you want, we go ahead and we can hook this up. We can get this going. And so this is what I will be working with churches and different other people that's in my local area, Home First. This is what I'll be working with in certain states that will that can't comply, because some of you all have resources. Text me if you do. Some of you all have resources and people that's there that work in the food industry and that may have farmland that you know of. I need to be able to connect. So I am sending out that connection to network with others to be able to get this food supply when they start shutting down things again. And yes, they will. It'll be a miracle. I pray that they don't. But as of right now, I have to stick in the reality of the pattern and what I'm seeing right now. And it's better to be prepared than to have to get ready. Because during that time, as we all know, like myself and many others, you have too many family, friends, children, everybody that we're worried about. We're worried about whether or not you can keep your job or not. And that alone is enough stress and anxiety, which, by the way, I will have those tinctures in soon as well to help with that as well. And the quote unquote immune defense things that I will be sharing as well before this month is out. So you all stay tuned. I will be able to now come back before you all on the regular again now that I'm settled here now. And remember, instead of texting the 618-388-8100 number, that is not active right now. It's not off, but I got some type of technical glitch going on. They're working on it. You can call the 314-705-6264 number that is up in the chat if you all want to look at that. And just know that I truly love you all. And I really pray that you all be healthy, prosper in all the good things that you do, and be healthy and be well. I look forward to hearing from some of you all now that I'm resettled. And just know that I'm not giving up, y'all. So don't you all. If I can give up, you can. You can't. You can't. All right. I love you all. Peace, love, and good health to every one of you all. And I look forward to hearing from you all and via texting that number for your orders and for any of your consultations. Bye-bye. I love you too, Sister Sandra Mouse. Y'all know what I do. I don't always get off. I'm strange like that. I'm different. Hey, look, I'm straight like that, y'all. I'm like, that was it for my session. Y'all got any questions or anything? And because I've been missing in action for a whole week, and yes, I know I had the right to be because everything that was going on with passing the family members and and moving and all that. I do realize this is where I just do my little after. So for some of y'all that want like bloopers and you want to do the after take, just know that that's where I'm at, y'all. I'm done. I'm done being politically correct for y'all on YouTube right now. And after a while, yeah, I'm gonna take it and I'm gonna clip that off. What time frame was that I started that? That was at 12:50. We're gonna cut that part off and then we'll put that. I will be able to have it edited this time a lot more faster and sooner. So there are some good things that come with relocating. There is some good things that come with relocating. And so, and then I do look forward to also sharing with you all my wellness thing. It's a surprise. Y'all just gonna look up and y'all be like, what is Dr. Shiv? What Felicia in here doing now? And I'm like, I'm showing y'all how I get down me. Oh, and thank you all too. I just want to say too, thanks so much for those of you all that was concerned about me with my AI, with me pulling that, and we talking about that 40 plus zones. And I'm like, nah, that ain't applying to me. I can promise you that. So I did. I went into the chiropractor. I was gonna try to set it up so you guys can see me clowning in the chiropractor office because I did that some years ago. Oh, thank you, Sister Clara Rosewood. It's a beautiful thing to see your old class, your classroom mates from childhood show up, y'all. We 48 years young. Notice I said young. And Clara looking just as young and beautiful as she is. She's another one that she never changed her physique or anything. I think all we got was what as black women we just picked up a few little bit more hips and extra there, just a little bit. But nevertheless, it's just good to see everybody. But yeah, this is my aftermath thing. So y'all, those of y'all got other work to do. Y'all want to go tune in to other channels. It's okay. It's all good. I'm not worried about it. But what I am going to say is that I am going to start doing a whole nother wellness thing for my workout, and that's for my good because I have to tone up. During this transition this past month, I have been off. I am going to admit I have been off my fitness workout plan, and I'm sure you might see it. So get the glimpse of me now. Get a glimpse of me now. I got my little bag of stuff on. Get a glimpse of me now. But later, I'm going to work on my internal. Well, I'm already doing that, but I'll be able to get toned up again because the chiropractor had recommended that for me when I sprung that in. Oh, and it hurt so bad I couldn't move or anything. And I shared it about 2 weeks ago where I had to do the flossy turmeric tea, and then I had to. Oh, and on that note, y'all, the cookie show is going to be back. I'm just allowing. It's going to be in the bigger spot, y'all. We finna get ready to have some fun. Even in the midst of all this, y'all, gotta have some fun. We gotta balance this thing out, y'all. We're gonna go back into the cooking show soon. It will be this week. I think the launching of the grand opening of the space will be on the 17th. And so, and I'm gonna have even more people coming in. Oh, it's gonna be a whole I'm making it a family affair, y'all. So y'all better know that it's even gonna even be even more, more. Now that I'm now transitioning, I got that head count of how many loved ones we lost. We're gonna get back into that kitchen, and yes, we're still gonna be encouraging different ones to get into farmland. The good thing is that these are the queens in the kitchen that I'll be working with. They all have farmland of some sort. We are working on. Already purchasing up land and everything, y'all. Yep, I said it. So putting that buzz out there, and then we're going to even have segments of how you all can go about them doing that too, or either that would be part of the consultations for those you all that come in that's blessed and fortunate enough to come into a little bit of funds or finances, or you are able to. I said I wouldn't go do the whole professional thing, but I couldn't help y'all. I missed y'all, and so here it is. Somebody gonna zoom back in and check it out, and I'll make sure that I mention it for Friday because I do plan on coming in on Friday. I do want to know what's best time now. Now that I've had to shift and change a lot, I do want to know if the 9 a.m. or the 8 to 9 a.m. is better time for you all, or if this noonday time is better. Between 11 and 1 is better for you all, or if the evening time is, because now I can flex without all that extra distraction that was at the home, and trying to do the selling process and all that extra stuff. Woo! Thank God that's over with. And so I'm at a place where now I'm just trying to make sure that I'm catering more to what you all need and what time frame would be good for you all. So if you put that, for any of you all that's still tuned in, if you put that into the chat, that'll be great. Let me know, or just via text me at the 314-705-6264 number. You can say, Dr. Silver, I think 1 o'clock will be good. And then sometimes I may even go in for both. Hey, Roberta, love you. How's our dear son doing? Man, I was just telling Clara, man, it's so good to see our people, classmates. We all go back to grade school and junior high school. It's so good. This time, probably 12 p.m. Okay, good. Thanks, Sandra Mal. She said, so Sandra Mal said 12 p.m. would be a good time to tune in for her for watching. Anybody else got a good time? I think noon is good too. Then that morning time, of course, morning time is good because it gives you guys a motivation. Anybody that need that motivation to get through the rest of their day. So may just have to do a clip. It would be good to break up both clips, both. All we go, Sister Simon gonna say both. Okay. Sounds good. Okay. She said both. I'm there with you, Sister Sybil, with that. And I can't say that I can't. And in my case, with so much coming at me, I probably should go ahead and do that. So if you miss one, you're able to fall back on another. And then I just fill you in what happened this morning, or what happened this morning. I fill you in what happened at noonday. So having both does seem good to me too. This best time frame for me is afternoon, I think. Okay, good, 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 good. I'm glad that y'all saying both would be great too, though. Yep, I agree with you. Thanks for asking. Of course, he's doing great. Oh, you guys, us, my older classmates in grade school. Her son had an incident, and we've been praying for him, and he's in recovery, so strong. Roberta, you've done a beautiful job. I got to tell you that. I remember when I was doing the after school program and I seen them, they were so respectable and so good. And it just did my heart so good to know that I know it's just a beautiful thing. It's just a beautiful thing to work, to do a work, go back home and do a work in the community. And then you see your childhood friends and classroom mates, their children that look like them and that have the same mannerism in a lot of ways and sweetness about them. That's just a beautiful thing to me. I love stuff like that. I just love it. And I've been told the same about my children. It's like, oh, well, yeah, we tell they that, and I say, okay, but just don't catch them when they have a tooth though, because they can have a tooth when they want to. But for the most part, they say they're very respectable, so that's a beautiful thing, and I'm just glad to know that. Yes, love you too, sis. I'm just glad to know that he is well and he's doing great. Um, I at times like this where you have so when you realize you've lost so many loved ones, 20 y'all, 20. I just can't get out of my head 20. And I know it's more that's coming. 20 loved ones since 2021, including my mother and my daughter. I I was like, I was like, I told you I'm not being politically correct at this time. The show is done. Wellness Wednesday is over with. At this point now, I'm just chatting it up, y'all. So y'all can say whatever you want to say that's respectful or ask with a question. And I'm just giving this extra time because I have it. And because what I have another 1 o'clock appointment. I think I have a 1 o'clock, 1:30 appointment. 1:30. Let me see, 2 o'clock appointment actually. 2 o'clock appointment to have to deal with this psych ward to get someone out of the psych ward, y'all. Yep, I do all these type of things, and so anyone need mouthpiece, workpiece, I do work together with parents and family members when they need a voice, and you don't know exactly how to properly deal with the distress locally. If I have to do it out of town, then of course I do. It would be more feasible if you're able to cover the transportation for me to do that. Sometimes over the phone works, but of course, face to face, and then feeling that energy, seeing them eyes, it works a whole lot more intensely. And then realizing that you're coming to save your people. And thankfully, unlike some of our other naturopathic, I've not been bad, y'all. I've been trying to be smart. I haven't been up harassing nobody. I've been smart. I've been trying to be smart. So, because the whole goal is to get in there. And yes, having that medical background, that health and wellness background does hurt. That does tremendously help, because like now, a lot of my friends are registered nurses. I have some now that's pharmacists, doctors. Of course, I'm going to meet. Prayerfully, y'all keep my auntie Sherry, my mom's sister, in prayers. She's got her 60th birthday coming up, and she's wanted me to come down to North Carolina at the end of this month. And because we helped her to avoid having to have heart surgery, um, and she did. She listened to everything that I told her to do, take, and use for 30 days. She reversed it. Her doctor, which is from Africa, was so shocked and so like he understood about natural health things, and he himself had to go into some health had to be hospitalized. And he said that even he didn't like the way he was treated as a medical doctor, y'all, as a PhD medical doctor. He did not like how he was treated. So as my auntie was showing her all of the different stuff that I was giving her in order to unclot that vessel, her heart, and she's listening, y'all. The key word was that she listened, and she reversed that within 30 days. He was so blown away. He wanted to know. And so now they're throwing her 60th birthday party. And of course, they want to meet this niece, little old me. They want to meet me. And so y'all pray for me because this month is heavy. This is the anniversary month of my father passing on the August the 13th. At the same time, my mother's brother on August the 13th. And then my mother, August the 22nd. And then her youngest sister, August the 22nd. Yeah, look at how it's stacked up, y'all. It's the anniversary. Everybody passed at different years. And so it's a heavy month. And my family, rightfully so, wants to do memorials and things of that nature. And they want me to attend. They want me to come to these things. And I told them, but this year I will. But next year we're going to wait and see what the Most High say, because I have to be on the mission of having to save lives, not just only remembering them. The memory is there with me every waking moment of my life. It's there. And it is what motivates me to still help our people. Thank you. I appreciate that, Clara. Thank you so much. I appreciate y'all's support. I really do. Now you can imagine after losing 20 loved ones, and that's not including friends and their families. Now, can you imagine? And I'm doing my best not to get choked up about that. Can you imagine how much it means to me to see my classroom mates tune in? I'm 48, y'all, and I ain't ashamed of it. You know how I'm finna do it again, y'all. Finna do it again. Finna get choked up. You can't imagine how good it feels just to see that they're alive and well. I'll go to social media and I'll look and I'll see just how they're doing. I have another classroom mate from elementary school that was doing his own form. His name Andrew Willis, and I just get so happy. I just get so happy to know that he's doing his thing, and he's been dramas like I was, and always had positive vibes. So was Clara, so was Roberta, was different ones that I've seen that tuned in as classroom mates, and we all gone through some hard times, some hardships, some hard times, and our lives have taken so many different turns. But we're not giving up. They're loving mothers and wives and work hard at what they do. I could tell. And guess what, y'all? We don't even have to keep up with each other every day on the phone either. We don't have to be calling every 5 seconds saying what's going on. It's just that when you have that type of love and you grow up in community and you love your people, we find each other. It's in due season and in due time we find each other, and that's the type of connections that I have become accustomed to. Where the bottom line is that you're doing well. Bottom line is that you made it through that test. The bottom line is that you fell, but you got back up. Bottom line is that you better know that I'm still praying for you no matter what. I'm still wishing you well. I'm wishing you good, no matter what no naysayer got to say about you. That's love. That's heart. That's love. That's heart. That's all I know. And anybody, you can tell them now. People tell you now, just like, wait a minute, why you not around Felicia? Why you not around Felicia Ann? Because I gotta keep that on there now that my mother has transitioned. You all, I'm gonna be honest. The human side of me get offended now if I don't have that N. If you're gonna call me by my government name, which is still a good name, then it got to be Ann on there, because that's me giving honors back to my mother. Her middle name was Ann as well, and she thought enough of me to name me Ann. Well, actually, my grandmother named me Willie Mae. Willie Mae Joan Hill named me, but still that's my mother's name, and so I had to carry that with me. And I love the meaning of it is God's grace or grace. And so, and God knows I need this grace. I gotta have it. I gotta have it. Gotta have it. You gotta have it. And so when however much grace I get, I give back. And so when I hear it now, it's not just an old name to me. Remember, Roberta, y'all, different ones y'all didn't know, but I never liked to be called Ann, because I was like, that's an old name. When nobody else being called that name. And I'm like, but now that I'm more mature now, I appreciate it once I found out what the meaning of it was. And then found out I had other family members with the name and middle name Ann as well. And I was like, oh, okay. Okay. So just like I said, with time, we grow, we learn how to accept things about ourselves. And you just never know what somebody else's, what somebody else's hangups are, or what their fears or phobias are. But through time, as you learn and as you have the mindset to try to learn more about yourself and more about others, then you learn how to better accept the things that you thought was negative. It turns out to be good for you. And yes, so it's a lot in the name. That I not. My mom's middle name is Ed. Of course it is, Lauren. No wonder why we connect. Like it ain't good enough that you born on my daughter's birthday. Well, you and your brother. I saw the picture of your brother. Your brother's so cute. Yeah, y'all, you're not so cute. I know y'all grown now, but y'all beautiful. And then it reminded me of my daughter and son, and how everybody thought y'all are twins, but they actually are not twins. They're just a year apart. Well, actually, barely a year apart. They're just 10 and a half months apart. Yeah, go figure. I made it through the process. So yeah, so it's just stuff like that, you all, that get me going and keep me pressing for no matter what. And I just cannot stop. It is healthy. It is healthy and good for us, you all, to find as much as you possibly can to be thankful for. I can't stress that enough. Even though I was taught that and I was raised to be thankful, I mean, please trust. It's okay. Good tears. Thank you, Clara. I appreciate it. And I'm like, man, this is what keeps a smile on my face. This is why, from time to time, all a few weeks back, y'all was seeing me give my little music and bumping my head and do my little videos, because that's part of my energy, y'all. That's part of my life force, y'all. That's one of the many good things and therapeutic things that you can do, because and I notice when I'm getting I don't know about y'all, but I notice when I'm getting my most hypest and I'm my most happiest, I know that means now my body, my spirit is trained to rev up, almost just like when you're getting ready to go and you're putting that foot on the pedal of the car. It's set up to get ready to get gas, and then it goes. It gets you to your next destination. Well, that's how it happens for me when I'm in my happy mode and my joyous mode, and I'm just thankful for the day. I know that means now I've been trained now to know in my life. I don't know if that works out for you all, but it gives me enough juice. It gives me enough spiritual positive way of thinking to deal with the next blow, to deal with the next phone call, Felicia. And Dr. Chef, this one is gone. I said, I might as well, I ain't gonna lie, y'all. This ain't me and my family. And why should I almost was saying to myself, maybe I'm in the wrong profession. Maybe I should have just had worked in the funeral business. Come on, y'all. I told y'all I'm not being politically correct now. This is just me and that little short talk. After short talk, y'all can clip it up, save it how you want to. Come on. Somebody with me on this? I'm like, maybe I need to be in the funeral. Then, okay, and then someone said, yeah, but then now you really got to deal with them every day, all throughout the day. I'm like, yeah, you're right. But in my head, I'm like, well, at least I probably become immune to it at that point. Nah, couldn't do it, y'all. Couldn't do it. But I will say this. Yes, God is truly blessed us. Kelly, it's so good to see you, Kelly. I'm glad Jay tuned in. I know this is a long one. Y'all got to start back over. Please like and share. Thank you all for the likes. I appreciate it. But yes, I share these type of moments with you all. I think God allows me to share. He says, that's my mom's name too, Felicia Willie May. What? Are you serious, Clara? My middle name is Ann. Oh my God. Are you serious? Oh my God. And see, there's a whole different type of knowledge that we don't know about how names connect you as well too. It's that's another segment. But yeah, it's some teachers out here, y'all, that we don't know about that connects us as well too. There's energy in the power of your words, and that means names. Remember, years ago they would never name the children until they looked right away. They named them based off how they act and how they looked. or they from a family member, and that usually meant that that family member was someone that was important or that did something good in the family in order for you to be honored to have your name, that child's name, named after you. But that is deep, Clara. My goodness, all these years we've been knowing each other, and that's my mother's name, Felicia Woolley May. So she got my name along with my grandma's first and middle name, and then your middle name is my middle name too. Wow, girl, we must be kin. You know about that DNA link. If y'all don't know, y'all better go find out. I just shared with y'all early on. Look at 19 Keys. Them they be having all these different teachers up in here, and then it's another young man. And even though yes, y'all, we don't believe in their some of their religious practices and things of that nature, but I put the disclaimer out there, y'all. Don't get caught up in all that. Get caught up in the knowledge and the information that they do have that to share with you all. But his name is Yaki Awakening. He also has a lot of good information. I just shared it with my family, and yeah, he be on it for the most part for being breaking down the body parts and everything. And I found it an honor that some say, well, you sound, when I'm on my flow, a lot of people say you sound like him, and I'm like who? And of course, somebody else that I know of that I'm no longer with was binge watch him, and I would sit there and I look at it and I said, oh, okay, yeah, he does sound. That is exactly how I think. That's exactly how I see the body. That's exactly how what my understanding is. But even I learned a few things with the few times that I have seen the young man. But they also breaks down the DNA. They break down a whole lot of information about how the mind is set up, and they are sharing a lot of information about the different things that biologists and chemists are finding out now about our bodies and our minds and how we're set up. And it's most definitely, if you got any conscious type of thinking mind and you're still operating in some common sense, it's going to register. Trust and believe that. And believe it or not, it will register even too because of your name. So, and Lauren, your mother name being Ann, God's grace, there is a certain vibration in the spirit that comes with anytime that name is seen and carried, where we automatically think grace. We have I have a saying. I have a saying, and I do believe that it comes from me knowing now that my name is Ann. One of my names is Ann. That when I hear that name go out, that automatically I have coined the saying now that if someone is trying to battle me and I see that I'm dealing with buffoonery, it's what I call it, buffoonery, foolishness, or I'm dealing with an entity or a spirit that is not that's set out to try to destroy me or try to discourage me or try to reject whatever that's negative or that has done something to me in my life, I know that I have to hand them over to God, to the universe. I have to hand them over into the power of prayer to let life let them teach them a lesson. I have a saying where I say I'm going to bow out gracefully, and I do the cursing and all. Now I don't never put my head down. I bow out gracefully because I got that much confidence in God, in the plight that he has set for my life, that if you try to come up against me, and here it is, my whole core existence is to love and is hear and see our people have knowledge and be able to get to a place where they can be the best them that they could be, and you fighting up against me about anything. Because first of all, I already know, and my family will tell you that. My sister and them tune in, and all the rest of them, they'll tell you, if this is how they say if Felicia ain't got to get to you, then that means you deserved it. And that's not to put a pedal on my back. It's just facts. It's the truth. If I have to get at you about something, or I have a complaint about you, and you're in my personal circle, you're in my life, because my core existence is to love and to support. And you've done something that affects me and the people around me in a negative way, and I have to get at you, that means that, honey child, if you had to have grandmama to come out of me then that means that you more than earned it. That means you were supposed to got it 100 times before that time, because that's the kind of patience that God had placed in my heart, in my spirit. That's the kind of patience that my name means. Felicia means to be happy, female. If you look it up in any language, female, happy. In some it says intelligent. And means God's grace or just grace. We don't want to go to my maiden name Hill. I'm going to ascend to the highest of the highest, not the deepest of the depth. I'm going to ascend to the highest of the highest. I'm going to the head, to the top, for that grace and to be happy. And you can't take that away from me, because that is what I've been called all my life. And I don't prescribe, and you shouldn't either. None of us should subscribe to anything that's bad in our life. We should only be working on being a better human being than what you were yesterday. And not even challenging it or taking it to a place where you feel like, well, I do this, I do that, and I do this, and I do that. No, it's still, every day is a new day. Every day, if you get out and about, you might meet somebody else different that need to hear that. It could just be a smile. It could just be a hi. How you doing? I hope you're having a good day. You got to make that mark some type of way. You ain't got to force it either. You ain't got to force it. It's supposed to come naturally. Now, when I say naturally, notice how I said naturally. That's grace. And I mean that. And I got so much confidence in that. I can't change that about me, and I don't desire to, because it takes grace. It takes mercy. It takes this in order to be able to do these type of works, to do this type of stuff. It takes a lot of it. Now, there is a scripture that says that His grace is sufficient, but it won't always be with man. And I'm just paraphrasing, because He knows the ones that's been set here to destroy, to come to kill, steal, and destroy. So some of them ain't gonna have none. And for them, I don't advocate for that. I advocate only for those who've been placed here to respect what God has given us: the land, life, 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 and that more abundantly. In good health, I'm an advocate for that all day long. Never stop being there. I will be that until the day I transition. And I'll be comfortable with that. I already told my family now, because of how many funerals we've had. Okay, this is just our chat talk, y'all. Come on now. I've told my family now, look, because of how many funerals that we've had within this past couple of years. I say, look, I'm about bound to, if y'all just so happen to outlive me. I don't care about all the knowledge that I have. I said, if y'all do, I'm bold enough to be able to say this. I said, if y'all just so happen to outlive me, I'm not going to have y'all wearing the same funeral clothes to my funeral. I read it, but look, play the clip, sit next to everybody, and then play some of my favorite good happy songs. Yeah, I'm saying to y'all, I'm putting it out here. Yeah, I'm not afraid to. Play some of my best little clips and send it. Send the link. Stay at home. Take care of yourself. You ain't got to come to celebrate me. Celebrate yourself. Celebrate your own lives. Get the information, get the knowledge. Because if you're left here just like I am now, just like you are, then that just means that your plight, your journey is not over with here on this earth yet. And in a lot of ways, if you really think about it from a spiritual standpoint and the energy standpoint, those of our loved ones that have passed on, theirs are not either. Well, so you wouldn't be talking about them, even though their bodies, their flesh is in the grave. We wouldn't still feel, some of us still feel our loved ones, because we carry on that energy, that DNA that's linked to them. And so they are living on in us. And so if you understand that, and I don't care about people getting all caught up talking about, they're not, he's talking about some reincarnation. We don't believe in reincarnation. No, that's not what I'm talking about. That's not what I'm talking about, y'all. Do your homework on DNA genetics. It's everywhere now. We are without an excuse. We are without an excuse. It's out there, y'all. And you ain't got to worry about getting confused, because it's going to resonate with you. I put that out there on purpose to cast out all the confusion, all of the force. I believe that he would direct you out to it. And I'm going to start writing down more and more information. So that is something that I do need to do. I am, now that I'm finally settled again, and I may do another little settling again. I got so much coming at me, y'all. So y'all just keep me in prayers. And this, outside of the funerals, it's most definitely good opportunities. I won't say that it's not, but it's still a change. And so my thing is, I just want to stay on the flow with keeping in touch with those who God has placed before me to be responsible for. And I'm going to start writing down more of these links to share with you all about how to thrive and subscribe. I want you all trying to wait for me when a lot of the information is already out there for you all to get. And yeah, Tara Thompson, yeah, have you seen it? Yes, I watched both y'all key in 19 Keys. Yeah, absolutely. They have some really good information. Like I said, I don't have to believe in you don't have to believe in every aspect of everything that they practice and do in their own lifestyle. However, that information about the body and the mind and the spirit and how we set up, it is key. It is. I have to give it. So I do have, just for the record, I do have clients and good close friends that are very, that know them very, very well. Um, and No, we have not sat down to talk yet, but I do have a lot of brothers and sisters and clients that do know of them quite very, very well personally. And so I do realize the many different tests and trials that they've gone through in order to get to a place where they can accumulate their knowledge. And that process I do respect, because it's easy for people that's done had. I'm be honest, if you have had to force yourself to have to be placed in a trying time, and you have not, and I mean by those of us who put ourselves in positions, had to force, had to be whipped into the shape because you did it. But I'm talking about when you have been put in a state where, like how these two brothers have been put in a place, to my understanding, where they grew up in the hood, they had to go through some things, incarceration and everything. And you got to be something crazy and jealous minded in order not to be able to gather that they had to go through some hardship to get to this point. You got to respect that process and note that if they still coming out wanting to try to help anybody to heal themselves and to do well, or just the minds to be able to think right, that's something to respect. It's not something to be ashamed of. And that is a barrier that I had to learn how to break, because I grew up sanctified church, and and they taught us, you can't listen to everything and everybody. And that's true, you can't. But you do need to learn how to listen and take out those good nuggets, because it's still not being provided to us in some of those circles. That's why you see a lot of church going religious people now are branching off now to use other speakers and do other things now, because they know now that they have lacked in some knowledge. And they, unfortunately, some of them saying Jesus' name and they're doing Allah and they're doing all these other things, and people are not being healed. So that means that there clearly means that there's some knowledge that's out there that we are lacking, especially when you're talking about these common ways that the body is trying to heal itself, is what I'm saying. And so that's the reason why I had to give a shout out to the work and the many different good other knowledgeable brothers and sisters that they're bringing out in the healings that's taking place in the work that those young men are doing, because that's just important. That's critical. We got to have it. It's enough. There's a scripture says that the harvest is plenty, but the laborers are few. And there are a lot of harvests. And before the harvest becomes dried out and the land becomes drought, we got to have some laborers, y'all. We can't have nobody just sitting back, just running their mouths. See, I am the one that will get out there in the farmland, and I will be videotaping that too and putting it out there while I'm actually getting my hands dirty. I'm getting in the grid. You can get a manicure later or whatever. You can take care of your hands later. But no, I'm going to have my hands in the earth. I'm, that's what I do. I have more plants. I'm going to do more plants in my office soon, and all that. And no, you got to get in touch, in tune with nature. Anybody that's not in touch and in tune to nature, you're going to find a very strong narcissistic spirit that comes from out of them. You're going to be able to see it and know it, because they'll be able to act like they care, but really they don't. And you'll know because it's not going to be a lot of follow up. It'll be more of them wanting you to, praise them and do more for them, and they'll be trying to get out of the labor. They'll be trying to get out of the work. We don't have enough people working in this area because if we did, then all our folks would have good fresh fruit. Like what I just saw on YouTube, it was what was they? They was in North Carolina. I think it was a brother that was out there, and they had a produce fruit truck that said on there an EBT. I said, whoa! I said, man, they got on their big road that they accept EBT for you to come and get your apples, bananas, watermelons, and everything. And I don't know where they're getting their produce from. I'll be honest, I didn't get to see. It was just a glimpse in a picture of a hood-like fella that's up there with his food truck. I said, that's good. That's something I would like to do. And I just put my hands into it. But I wanted to reach out there and I said, hey, bro, good job. Y'all doing it. That's a bold statement. And he put in there, so meaning he's catering to the poor. Some type of way they got it together where they can even accept food stamps for those who are saying this is so expensive, I can't do this. And I'm sure they probably have said where they're telling you what's good and what's not. And so those are the type of people that I like to work together with, that's actually doing the work instead of just sitting back, just talking. And that's what I don't believe in that. That's the reason why sometimes y'all can see me wind up when times hit, hard times hit, life hit. I may not be seen for a few days or for a week. It's clear because there is so much work to do outside of being on this screen. And there's this reason why you can save these things. And, that's the good part of this social media is that you can save this stuff and going forward. So I'm not going to never make excuse and to act like my only job is to sit back and run my mouth and say about what I know, or just to package a few things or make sure that stuff's not. No, there's plenty work to be done. God give us as melanated people, can't be hollering how great we are. And then you sit there and act like you only can do one or two things. Nah. You just don't want to do it. We just don't want to work. We just don't want to do the work because part of healing is one of the major things about healing the body and the mind and the soul is that you got to get out of being lazy. And I said lazy. Anybody can sit down and talk and write if you got the ability to write. Anybody can talk. They have a voice to talk. But you need to put in the work. Hey there, Jesse May. I'm glad I stayed on good enough to see you guys go back and check it out. Go back and check out the video. I've done dropped some. Yeah, go back and check. I send my love to the family. I pray y'all are well. But yeah, and so yeah, it's just something, that I just realized that we got to just stop doing. We have to get to a place where we stop making excuses and stop being lazy for those of us who are able-bodied. It don't have to be all day either. It could just be once, or you can dedicate an hour out of the week. For a farmer, you'll be surprised at how much that helps them. That helps them out tremendously. So yes, I'm being an advocate for the farmers before I show y'all how I'm going out to that farmer. And I ain't gonna lie, when I went in to get to my certification in farming some years ago, we had fun. I did not like that. I knew that it was hovering over us about slave work. This is slave work. And yep, I had my head wrapped in and they, it's hot. And it was hot and nice out there. And I promise you, this is what happened. I said, I refused. I got up on there. I saw how they was working and stretching out, picking out the potatoes and picking out the beets and stuff like that. I'm like, God, I see why nobody want to do no farming. And that's how I felt about healthy cooking. You ain't finna throw me no lettuce. And here it is, we ain't in no famine. And just throw me a piece of lettuce and just throw me a carrot to my some eat this. If I got an oven, I got a stove, I'm finna cook up there and now give me the seasoning and the herbs. The herbs for the healing of the body. Don't play with me. You better give me my season. I don't want just no regular fruit. You can do that with me with some fruit. But I'm finna cook me up some food, y'all. We black. Come on now. We got some soul now. Give me some flavor. That's where the creativity coming in at. I'm sitting there talking about, so here, just eat this. No, we're not there yet where we got to just do just that yet. But when the time comes, you implement your fruits and your vegetables so that it's not foreign to you when it's time when they do cut off the shortage. That's what I'm trying to say. And so anyhow, I'm telling you now that you got to get there and get the experience. So back to when I was on the farmland and they sitting up there, and it was black and white people out there. It was a bunch of folks out there, and they sitting up there naming off the tools. And I said, I noticed all of the tools is named after something derogatory. I said, they got the hoe and they got all this other stuff. I can't help y'all. It's true. They had a hoe. They look at the garden tools names. I don't know. Nobody else never caught it. The monkey wrench. I'm like, why is all these tools? I mean, so these people took out the time to think about this stuff. I could just go on the rape. I said, now wait a minute, hold up, wait a minute. So I'm saying this out loud while we doing practice and learning how to form, and you could just imagine folks were just cracking up. They just cracking up. They was like, oh my God, this girl is something else. I'm like, nah, I can't believe y'all out here working with all of these derogatory tools. And y'all not realize, I said, this is where the mind boggling. This is why y'all going slow. This is why y'all can't get no work done. Y'all sitting up there, working with y'all deaf. And I said, they done named this stuff out. So I was like, it's time. I said, come on, y'all, let's get this train started. Let's get this stuff going. I said, you be 4 over here, 4 over there. And as I'm working and I'm digging, I'm like, oh, I got my rhythm going, I got my dance going. I said, life is in your hands. We create this. And I'm going, and I thought of some type of song to sing. And I promise y'all, while everybody cracking up laughing, we working, I promise you, the instructor came out and said that it looks like y'all out here having some fun. Ain't that? Look, I've been doing this for 20-some years and never seen nobody have this much fun. You got that doggone skip it. Yeah, of course it's gonna be fun. I'm not remember what my name means. Felicia means to be happy. You're not finna put me up in no field talking about some grow my own food, and I'm finna be sitting up there talking about swing low, swing chariot, coming to carry me home. I'm not gonna sit there and die out there in the field. Hey, that goes against what we're supposed to be doing, y'all. Come on, now, if you're getting something to give you life, come on now, it's nutritionist for you. Then why is it that we're supposed to be out there in the field being depressed? Because all the memory of what they did to our people. That's why y'all hear me teach so much about the power of the mind and how we think and how we view things. But we have the mind, the power in our own minds to change that. We can take that over. If y'all gonna sit there and think about it, we are people that's gonna sit here. I know, right? We are people that's gonna sit here and change the doggone term of Negro. That was something derogatory, just still to this day, you can't call nobody a nigger. And it means black. But the nigga means something treacherous, means something trifling. And y'all, our people done took claim to some, no, you can't use that term, nigga. You can't use that. No, that's improper. See, we're not supposed to do that. No, we can say it, but you can't say it. I've been listening to the crazy stuff our people say. So you gonna own up to the term nigga, but you ain't gonna sit there. But yet, when it's time for you to get your food from the earth, you talk about some, yes, this is slave work. This slave work. Why the white man? I'm gonna say it now, y'all. I'm gonna say it. 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 Why the white man out there just plowing away? They getting all the food. They get their land cropped all out. They finna feed their families for the next 5 generations. And we still running around. No, they ain't finna get no land and be doing all that way. Them days are over with. Yep, and so is yours gonna be over with real soon. Yep, I said it. Yeah, I guess I should have got all off here, y'all. Y'all have caught me now. I know, so Diane, I can't help it. I can't help it. Been gone too long. I had to give it to y'all real or not at all. And I'm like, come on. That y'all know that's what got us not wanting to go out there and do that work. If you ain't got no arthritis, if you're not recovering from arthritis in the back of where you can't be in, and there's no excuse, especially as young folks, there's no excuse for you to be sitting there talking about I want to get fit and healthy, then you want to turn around talking about you can't go out there and help dig up no dirt so that you can eat for the next week or two. You You better get out there and help them farmers. Y'all better get out there. Now, this is my grandmama talking now. This Ed now. No, this Felicia Ed now. This Willie Mae talking now. Yeah, get out there and help them people with that farmland. Y'all see them people up there struggling. But then when it's time for a family, you're going to be knocking at their door talking about some, y'all got some cantaloupe, y'all got some watermelon left, y'all got this, y'all got like the worstest love. The neighbors coming up, y'all got some sugar, y'all got some jelly. You know, it's just two of us over here. No, if you get out there and start helping them now, think about it. If you get out there and start helping them now, then they ain't gonna have no problem having a bag of fruits and a bag of stuff for you and your family. And if they get stingy like that, then that's time. Then that's the time. It's time to pull out the back. I help you. You don't look. I help you use this land. You gonna sit here and not feed me and my family? Now you got some clout. Now you got something to use. No, get out there and help one another. That's all I'm saying, y'all. Y'all finna see me do it. I ain't finna just talk about it. I'm finna be about it. Y'all always talking about, I ain't gonna talk about it. I'm gonna be about it. I'm gonna be about it. I be hearing that young folks over there. I'm gonna be about it. Be about it. Then you locked up next week. What you being about now? You being about behind bars. No, I'm just saying, come on now. And I'm not mocking anybody behind bars. No, I'm not. I've experienced it. I've seen people go through it. Trust me, I've had it in my family. I've seen it. I'm not mocking. I'm just saying, if you're going to be about the world of the things that's not even going to profit you nothing, then why would you be about making sure that you getting your food that you're going to need to eat by and to live by when we see what they're trying to do to the land? Get them seeds. You can't grow. I'm telling you what I did. When I knew I had to move and I'm sitting up there feeling bad about not getting my garden going, I'm gonna be honest, I did. I was in bed because I got all that land. I said, you know what? Okay. I was like, I guess I must have to wait till I get another home. I guess I'm gonna have to do this and guess. I'm throwing a little bit of a pity party out. I'm gonna keep real and help somebody. Share it, like and share. I'm sitting like, oh Lord. I said, man, I gotta do another move. Can't get my garden on. Then some said, ting. I went into the store and I saw an olive tree. There's already olive tree on there. And then, of course, now you know you can Google everything now and how to grow and how to grow in the best soil and everything. And then I saw a banana tree. I hadn't seen the banana tree already prepped in no stores at all. And I hadn't gone to the nursery, the farm area where they had to play. I hadn't gone by there at the time. I saw it and it was good to sell on. I said, man, I can't use this. I'm like, man, I had to move. I can't even use this in my garden. I'll be honest, that's where I was at. And I was like, so I might as well just save my $24 or go ahead and get me what I like to eat. That's where I was at. Or I go to the farmer's market and get me a watermelon. That's what I was thinking. Then some said, what you mean? You ain't got no garden. You got all these friends and all these clients that's around you that got gardens. Why don't you buy it for them and have them to plant it? And then if you're still in the area or still by time and not another 6 months, a year or so, it's going to be growing, or a couple of years, however long, that tree is going to be there. That fruit tree is going to be there. That olive tree is going to be there. That banana tree is going to be there. And, hey, you can come and collect. And so I thought of it. I did. My mind went there. I had thought of it. I said, wait a minute. Yeah, that's a good idea. Even though I have to move from my garden, I can start buying plants when I have it to give to some of my colleagues and some of my friends so that they can grow it. And then by the time I come back through again next year, or I can help them watch them grow, or I can put in an hour maybe out of the week and go and help them put it in. Then that thing gonna grow. That's food, y'all. That's food. I'm just talking about from those who own their land and their homes. Okay. And then the information that I just shared with you guys about the easier, more convenient way at the foodfreedom.com with Henry Cobb's foodfreedom.org with the guy named Henry Cobb is showing you the easy way to get the machineries and to get your fresh water. And he's showing you with all that, man, y'all will be good, even if you don't have land. But if you do got land or you got family, that just ask them, can I just carve off this little section to do? Can we just get a little garden going? That's your food supply, y'all. That's your food supply. That's what I'm going to start doing. So I said, that's what I'm going to do. I said, I'm going to wind up giving me a truck. I'm going to wind up giving me a camper. And I'm gonna wind up going around and I'm gonna take away all those excuses. I don't care what nobody's saying. I'm gonna do it with a smile on my face. And if somebody catch an attitude about it, I'm put my hands on my hip and be like, what? I'm like, then this is where you use where you from. I'm from East St. Louis. Don't play. I would. You better get this food. I don't want to hear you calling me no more. I'm just okay. I'm being extra. Okay. All right, y'all. All right, y'all can tell I missed y'all. I know. I know y'all can tell I missed y'all. Okay. I'm just okay. But it's true, y'all. We just got to get out of that lazy spirit. We just got to get out of the lazy spirit because you're going to need the food. You're going to need the food. And like I shared before, I'm going to be having the truck. I got access to one of my clients that I've helped out down throughout the years that will have a truck. And we'll be working on that. But if y'all ain't got no food, if we ain't got no food in our community when they go there, then we ain't going to be able to drop nothing to you. You can barter, you can sell your food. We back to that day again. And I know a lot of us got all bougie, but I get bougie too. But you can't be bougie and sick. Well, in a way you can be, but you know what I'm saying. You can't be that bougie and live a healthy life if you ain't setting up nothing. Make sure that you have what that body needs for nourishment. That's all I'm saying. And so yeah, that's it. I'm just talking. I know I heard y'all cracking up. But it's true, y'all. That's the type of stuff to be on my mind. That's that's type of stuff to be on my mind. And like you got people that's growing squashes and stuff, and y'all that spaghetti squash is off the chain. Woo! I don't know if y'all ever tried it, chopping up a little bit of pineapple, putting up in that spaghetti, bake that, slice that spaghetti squash, put it on that non-toxic wax paper. Put it in the oven for about 45 minutes. Oh my, but Jesus, the texture is so good. You get the little strings that it's so chewable. So it's the life. But then if you chop it up and put some fruits in there, then you can make that a spaghetti squash fruit dish because that is still a squash is a fruit. It's in the potato-like family, but it's still in the fruit section. And some goes as far as it's more in the watermelon. I say I don't care what section it is, as long as it's healthy and good for us. So y'all can. I leave people to debate all that stuff all they want to. I say y'all can take and wreck y'all brains about it all y'all want to. I'm finna eat, and I'm finna cook it, and I'm finna eat. Let's just keep it 100. I ain't got time to be debating about nobody about whether or not something is a fruit, or vegetable, or a melon. Give me my food. That's all I'm saying. Just let me eat in peace. If it's good and it's healthy, give it to me so I can eat. And go as far as saying that, y'all know how we do. Leave me alone. That's supposed to be a sacred time. You're supposed to be able to enjoy your food. It's supposed to be a sacred time. It's supposed to be a ceremony of you nourishing your body and doing like my daughter Najee used to do with you. Boy, when I would fix certain dishes, that girl face, it was so funny. I could see it clear as day when my baby was here. And she and you could hear the Now she wasn't saying but you could just see how she was closing her eyes. Anytime you close your eyes and you chewing and everything is going on around you and you don't hear no evil, see no evil, you know that's some good food. We just gotta train our taste bud, y'all, to like the good, healthy things that God has given us. That's all. And when you do, and you think about it, like me, when I first started changing over to eating more healthier things that I technically didn't like or wasn't accustomed to, I'm gonna tell you, I played reverse psychology on mine. The first thing I did was I said, okay, I know what to do. I didn't watch no video. I didn't have no video or nothing that I could watch. What I did was I just, yes, Sister Diane, yes. That's right. It is so good. It's just that when it's hot, of course, when we feel like baking nothing, but when we do. Anywho, uh, what I've learned how to do is I just decided just taking um, with my mind, I instead of overthinking it, because I'm a thinker, I sit back, I was thinking, man, I said, okay, how can I get myself used to, my taste bud used to eating something else that's healthy? Now, hear me out, y'all. I was thinking, how can I get myself healthy, get my mind to break this habit of eating only the foods that I like to eat, that I'm used to eat. Or even get to the point where I go to a farmer's market and go somewhere else to seek out some other type of food. And so I was like, man, some say just tell your mind. It's called mind control. Mind over the matter. What's the matter? Something is a mass. And so I said, okay, I'm going to tell my mind. This is how I talk to myself now, y'all. This is going to help you. I ain't got no real professional, all guru type of way of putting it. I'm just going to throw it out there the way y'all can get it. So y'all be like, ooh, what was that method? Nah, here go the method to the madness. I said, mind. I said, mind. Y'all said, please. The chef on one today. Yep, I am. I said, mind. This is nourishing for your body. And you need to eat it. Okay, I wasn't acting sounding that ghetto. But I'm telling you now, I did. I was like, I'm going to eat this. And I'm going to eat it. Because it's good. So what I started doing was praying while I was eating. That literally turned into, within 30 days, somewhere in that time frame, it started to taste better, you all. I lie not. It started to taste better. And then as I started looking up and started doing a little bit more research, I realized that it is true. Our mind does control. It changes the molecular sense or the taste bud of your senses. It changes. It's a science, y'all. It's true. Try it. Don't knock it till you try it. Remember the saying. Don't knock it till you try it. I am well. Stay on course. Your assignment is urgent as well as hard, but he will strengthen you. Thank you so much. I didn't see that from Pastor Simmons. Amen. We are here to help, love, and take care of one another. Yes, amen. I like that. Okay, I'm just not finally going down here. And so, bottom line is that you have to tell yourself that, y'all. It just don't happen overnight. It is different to change when, because it usually takes the cells about 30 to 60 days, depending on how strong your mind and your will is, to get used to something. Let me say it like that, to get used to something. But how you get used to it is by reminding yourself, literally in your own thoughts. Even if somebody comes up to you, ooh, what's that? I don't know, wait till you try something else new. Whatever that case is, or somebody said, why are you going through all that? Why don't you just go to fast food, get you something like it ain't gonna kill you? That right there, oh, if I could do away. Did y'all see how I did that? I said, oh, if I could do away with the stinking thinking. Oh my God. I'm gonna stop calling it stinking thinking. It's deadly thinking. It ain't gonna kill you. Well, you know what? As a matter of fact, it will. It just ain't gonna do it within that second. But truth be told, if we want to get technical about it, a lot of people have got killed, then had a heart attack right there in the line, right there while eating. Matter of fact, we got thousands of cases where people done just dropped dead from that one last hit of that so-called processed killer food, or that one last dose of that drug. We have had many cases like that. But because of you getting used to seeing that loved one or that family member binge and doing all this crazy stuff, y'all, it's an illusion. We get to thinking that means that it ain't gonna kill you. But as the truth is, that's a devil. I'ma say it, yep, that's an enemy. That's deceit. It may not kill you in that to say, so why play with it? That's suicidal. That is a form of suicide. Y'all heard it from me. It's a form of suicide. So that means, so set it aside, or you will die. Did you hear that? Yes. Don't let nobody keep telling y'all that. Well, it ain't gonna kill you. And then we go to rationalize. I'm like, yeah, well, they got a point. It ain't gonna kill me in this minute. Since, by the way, I do like how it tastes, and I've been living this long. What's long? What's long? What's long? And we gotta stop comparing ourselves. Y'all think about it. We gotta stop comparing ourselves. So if you was blessed to have a grandparent or whoever raised you, a parent or whatever that lived a long time, stop acting like that. Y'all know things done changed since then. Y'all know that they didn't have as much toxin that they have released out now. We got laws that's not even changed that's allowing them to do this now. That didn't even exist back in the day. The first told you early on with the other video that just not what if you look it up, Google it. Yeah, I take my word for it. Just not what 1960, the first grocery store came here. We were all eating from the earth then. So look at that little time frame within the 40s. That's right. And then to think about y'all, they was experimenting then. And they didn't even have it down packed to a science to where they can make anything even really light and fluffy or anything. So we got more chemicals now. They done developed thousands and thousands of more chemicals than what they had even then. And now they legally now can release and put a lot of it in there. And of course, they have the FDA. We say FDA approved. The FDA approved. FDA just means that they got funded. Doggone it. FDA. And I ain't gonna tell you what the A can stand for. They come on now. They get bought out. They can get bought out. They just sit there right there. I've been on here long enough now to where I can say that, I think. If not, then I'll edit it out. They can get bought out. But FDA can stand for anything. That's all I'm saying, y'all. Y'all, we got to stop seeking the approval of our enemies. That's what I'm trying to say. We got to stop doing that. We got to stop even thinking that just because somebody got PhDs and many degrees, that means that they know how to save your life. That's not true in most cases. They only know in that particular area what it is that they do. That's just like me saying that, oh, you know what? Because I'm a naturopath doctor, or because I'm a health and wellness coach, or because I'm a counselor, I know everything I need to know about your car. No, I do not. I'm not finna lie like that. I know that they made the car and designed the car after the body. I do know that. But I know one thing, I'm not finna be going around drinking no diesel fuel. I'm not finna go be drinking no regular gas. The bottom line is that I don't know as much about a car like a mechanic, somebody that's trained to know about it. And they trained to tell you what kind of oil you need, what kind of gas you need, and then they even got it in your manuscript book. But they ain't doing that for us. They ain't telling us what we need. You got to find out. You got to get online. You got to call up me. You got to call up somebody else, find out what it is that you need for your body. Isn't that something? Because now we know that the food pyramid scheme was not meant for us to, and it was just a trick to get us to get cooked on all that artificial food. Yep, I said it. It was a trick, y'all. And we bought into it. And literally bought into it. Here in St. Louis, we had a reporter, and everybody knows if you Google him, you look him up. Now you can see him on there. You can see some of his what's called Elliot Davis is his name, and I met him in person one time when I was about 20, and working at the airport. He was just as astute as what he was. It was something to see him because to be on TV. He was the first person, and the only reason why I really liked him on the news was because he would always point out all of the different stuff that wasn't right or something that was fraudulent in the area, and he would turn around and he would say he was for the taxpayers. He's like, and you paid for it. That was his name. He was known for saying, and you paid for it. You paid for it. And so I'm telling you now, y'all, we've been hoodwinked, and you paid for it. That's what I'm saying. And so coming up, seeing these type of things and seeing now where we are, that was 30 years ago, y'all. Almost 30 years ago. Some of y'all haven't even made it to 30. And when we say things have changed, then it's changed, and it's not changed for the better. Only thing that's changed for the better is that we're living in this informational era. But what you do with the information and how you apply it is the only thing that's going to make the change better for you. Just getting it ain't good enough. It's not good enough. We passed that stage where we talk about, I know. But your life is showing that you know something that you're not practicing what you know. You can't holler, oh, I make a whole lot of money. I do this, I do that. I do that. But yeah, every time you look up, you ain't got no food. Your lights are always off. And I'm not doing that to mock anybody that's going through that. But I'm saying you can't say that you're a financial guru. You can't say that you're good with finances. Because every time we look up, you ain't got nothing. You just say that I'm still learning. I'm in the process. But that's our so-called culture. And then remember the Catch 19 Keys them about the brother that was on, I think his name was TIK something. I can't look up on there because I got the phone going, but go on the YouTube and look up 19 Keys. And he was talking about the culture. And the way he broke it down, y'all, was good. He got big afro. Y'all know because the dude got big afro. And I think it was a segment that was just done. I think it was just done probably just a month ago, or maybe a few days. I could be wrong. When I get it, I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna come back on Friday, and I'll probably go ahead and if I can, I'll put it in the LinkedIn. I'm gonna start doing that for y'all because y'all need to know. And no, I'm not getting endorsement or no payment for it or anything. And then, but I just know that was good because I never heard nobody break down how the word culture is not a good culture. That means that they basically them once when we cultivate something, that means you put them in a box, and now you're able to control how the culture is and what's happening in music culture. Think about it. We went from conscious rapping for those who was into hip hop to now booty shaking, romping, and all this other stuff, and talking about who gonna get who, and talking about body parts and all this stuff. Nothing to really help our youth or anybody to think of themselves in a really good positive way. We went from love songs to going into talking about be better have my money. You know, it's all different type of stuff. Or I'm ratchet, classy, bougie, and ratchet. You know, we went to all that. Come on now, y'all. Y'all done seen it. Y'all done heard it. And this is what the young folks is going around here doing. Now, don't get me wrong. Me as a drummer, where my drums at? Where my drum? I can appreciate a beat. But that part of their rhythm that can appreciate the beat, I understand that the beat is therapeutic. That's part of getting my blood circulation going. Now that I know that, now of course I didn't know that when I was younger, started beating it, but I just knew that it just felt good just to get all that extra. And what I was getting out was all that extra artificial sugar. So of course I can go along, and then woo, by the time I get home, I'm crashing because the beating the drums. You ever want to learn how to get energy and beating drums at the Sanctified Church, and you know how long they sing a song? Y'all know what I'm talking about. Jesus can work it out, can last for a whole hour. So you can just imagine how torn my arms was and how many Charlie horses I got. And we had the type of choir director, Sister May Charles. Look at that name, Sister May Charles from Alabama. That woman was stronger than the ox. And this woman have us singing and holding notes for like a whole hour. It felt like she would go and sit back down on the pew. I said, what? I said, what did they have in the food? Where's she from? Oh, well, it's going around TikTok now. We know what kind of food is in the look. We know what kind of strip people from Alabama got. Okay, y'all. On a serious note, okay, I'm not gonna do that to y'all. We're not gonna do that. Not gonna do that. This is what I'm gonna say for our Alabama people. I love y'all. My godparents are there. I got relatives that's from there. They're not no joke. They are teachers. They are pastors. They are authors. They are hardworking, loving families out there in Alabama. So shout out to my Alabama people, my Derricks, my Wallaces, my Blankenships. Yep, I'm naming all my people out there in California, in Alabama. Them are my people. Pet Waves, the Lyman's. Come on now, y'all. I'm calling out our Alabama people. I love you all, but this is what we have to do, y'all. Montgomery, Alabama. Come on now. This is what we have to do. We have to remember history, y'all. This is the one thing that even though we get thanks. See, I say this for last, y'all. What time? We 2 hours. Let's see. We 2 hours. We got to get to a place to where we realize that even though we feel like you get a victory somewhere, that you still got to remember who's in control. That it's just not good enough that everybody is fist fighting just because somebody had attacked a security guard that just so happened to be quote unquote black. Yes, it is good to see our people unify and not allow another Rodney King situation take place. But look just how many people that we had to lose just for our folks to get to that place. Now, you gotta watch your kids now. Now Keep in mind, y'all, school years get ready to start back within this week, within the next following week. Who has the power of the stroke of the pen? And I'm not saying this, hear me out now. I'm not saying this to say that we are supposed to be fretful, but now you got to watch now more, because if history ain't told us nothing else, these people know that they're in position. A lot of them are in position, and unfortunately, we got a whole bunch of undercover Negroes. That's I call it undercover Negroes that's seeking the validation and approval of other people that will have to accommodate for making sure that they're not showing that they are relieved to know that another black man didn't get killed from being attacked by Caucasian people that unfairly or unjustly. And now, guess what? Fairness don't operate in the minds of people that's used to conquering something. Fairness don't want, and the matter of fact that culture, our culture is that we've learned how to cope with things by laughing, by joking, by making fun of stuff. It's everywhere now. So what y'all not thinking about, that we got to be careful and think about it. It's just like that little cousin. I don't know if y'all had this in y'all family, but I had it in my family. Follow me here. Remember when that one child that had the temper, or that was always that we used to call bad? Exactly, Candy. Remember that child that used to be called bad, and you keep picking with him, he eventually gonna yell back, or he gonna say something. I don't know about y'all, but we had at least one of them in the family that was like that, and everybody was calling him bad. And then they get to picking with him, his big head self. You do this, you do this. You better stop it. Mama gonna get you. You gonna get whooping. Well, you couldn't keep picking on him too much. Even if he did just turn over the trash can, even if he did just take his brother or sister candy, without that boy eventually getting to the place where he gonna start fighting back. Now he ready to fight everybody. And then they said, "Oh, no, mama, he need a whooping. Look at what he did. He know he act bad. He did this, he did that." Well, he still didn't like being taunted and teased. Or the girl. They still didn't like being taunted and teased about it. And so that's what we're doing now, but we're doing it on a massive scale now, thanks to social media. We're doing it on a massive scale. And so can you imagine how in their position, y'all think now, think about it, especially if you ever experienced being bullied. I know what it feels like being bullied. I had a cousin. I ain't gonna call her the name because we're super cool now. But I had a cousin that used to bully me when I was a little girl, and I got tired. I'd be playing patty cake, jump rope, and she just come up and just slap me. She'd just come up and just do bean stuff to me. I like, nah, yes, she did. And to the point to where her own siblings were saying, "Why you messing with her?" She like, "So don't feel sorry, y'all, because I got a backbone." Yeah, I got a backbone. Back then it was sad, and I had to work through that. I had to get some therapy for that. I was like, "But she just, I'll keep in trying to be nice to her and everything." And she just come up and just slap me across my face. Or either she'll push me because she just didn't like me for some reason. And I couldn't know, because I'm like, I'm just trying to be good so I don't get in trouble. And I knew I had to watch my other siblings. But this was just one of those cousins that just had a chip on their shoulder. And then finally, I just got tired one day. And I did. I just got to a place where I said, okay, enough is enough. I'm sitting there, I'm really into this patty cake with my cousin, which was her sister. And she just came in this time. She just hit me so hard. It's like she knocked sense in me. And the sense was, I was 12. I think I was about 12 at this time. I was 12. I think 12 going on 13. And at this point, she had been bullying me for like, I know it had to been like over 2 years, over a year or two. And I didn't say nothing because I didn't want to get anybody in trouble. That's the kind of kid I was. And I was like, I just figured maybe if I dodge her, go around her, she won't be mean to me. And that time, that smack, that hurt, because I was having so much fun. I just couldn't take it no more. And I did. I went in I think I had went in on her like Mayweather did when that one boy that head bumped him. Y'all saw that little clip that they were showing when Mayweather was fighting a little, looked like a Mexican or Italian guy, and he head bumped him and stuff and tried to get over when they having a wrestle. But the only difference was I wasn't fighting her. I'm playing. And he thought that Mayweather was going to give him a hug, and he went, knocked him out. Oh, well, that's kind of how I went on her. And before I know it, even her own siblings was cracking up laughing at her. Somebody said, "See, you told you, leave that girl alone. That girl." I'm telling you now, even though I was innocent in that situation, These people, they don't care about being innocent, y'all. And so I'm saying we gotta be careful. Our children are going back to school now. A lot of you all are still working with businesses and jobs, and you won't know when that spirit of them getting upset that you black, and that you just may be the only black person that's in circle with all these other Caucasian folks that may want to take something out on you. Because not everybody's going to be put in a position like that security guard was, where he had all them black folks around him. Now, yes, it is going to make more people. It is going to bring about a uprise for people to be more on watch guard now. And I'm sure the police officers that's been used to punking out and getting on, and I'm sure they're going to be on the watch guard. Like, oh boy, this one went viral. Now they from the start taking up for each other. Oh boy. But guess what? How much you want to bet that a law is getting ready to be changed now, that if more than one or two people attack somebody, then then they're gonna have it to go in favor to them, not to us. Y'all watch it. The people that control the laws is the ones that get by the most, unfortunately, in American. And I'm saying con, CON. So that's just be careful and smart. And now everybody got to watch out for each other's back, because it's going to be a lot of what I saw out of this. Even though I was thankful that this man did not have to get beat to a pulp and that he did get some help, is that I saw that this is going to be a major backlash in so many underhanded kind of ways. It's not going to be funny, y'all. Watch, just listen. Just listen. We're going to start hearing people watch on the jobs. Look out for your family. And now they're saying, I am thankful that at least they are saying that there are attorneys that's saying for, I think they're saying for the ones that's involved, that's willing to offer free counsel for those who need attorneys during this situation, during this riot, because these people were wrong. And so what my understanding is that then that's what needs to happen. Some of y'all got attorneys in the family and friends and colleagues. This is time to pull them out, because I get a feeling that between now and next year, as more and more this thing go viral, our people want to need these attorneys for this, because they don't like to be embarrassed. Now they done made a living off of embarrassing us and dog walking us, and we keep seeing the Montgomery, Alabama thing with the marches and stuff, and how they attacked us with dogs and stuff like that. And we know it wasn't even that. It wasn't even that kind of harshness and killing and locking up in jail like that. But that's what they're gonna make it into. They're gonna make it seem like that's what it is if they're not afraid to carry this out. And they just understand this. We don't know. We don't even know if these things are a plot or a plan just to create more distraction from what they're doing with the economy now, you all. They allowing this stuff to go viral on purpose. You know they have some control over social media. You know who's over control over social media. This is politicking all day long, y'all. So I just need for our people to be more aware. Be more aware that anytime it looks like that we're getting victory in a way that we so desperately it felt like we needed to, for us banding together as a people, the hand that rocks the cradle does rule the world. Who's feeding you? This is the reason why it's important for us to support Black-owned businesses, for us to support one another. Stop holding out, because at the end of the day, most of us will turn right around and go right back and go and invest in these people's businesses and go ahead and give our money to them. So the hand that rocks the cradle rules the world, meaning the hand that takes care of you is the one that's going to rule this world. And as of right now, we have not established enough businesses and enough things that we're doing to take care of one another, is what I'm saying. And this is the reason why I have the take and the view that I have. And so I pray that they help somebody and you guys can explain it in your own terminology, in your own way. And you still can like to share this, piece it up. I know it's long, but I had to get back to you all because there's been so much that's going on. It's so much that's going on. And I know it's going to be so much more to come. And just know that I am working on making sure that I'm getting in another stock of Moringa. And I'm getting ready, and it's going to be running out fast, y'all, because I am getting ready to put it on TikTok Shop. And so now put it on TikTok Shop to keep the funds to flow enough for me to reinvest into more good, healthy products. And that will be my main purpose to doing that for, because I've been blessed enough right now, to just be settled to where I'm not having to worry about major personal living arrangements now that I thank God, have gotten out of major things that others was responsible for, that was could have easily fell on me. And so thank God He had mercy on me in that area where I could still be able to shift and be able to get more focused on getting the good things out to y'all, and more information out now. And so I look forward to that, and I'm just thankful. That's all. I'm just thankful. I'm still thankful at the end of the day. So thank y'all for hanging in there with me. I think I can. I guess I can go ahead and go now, because y'all gonna let me get out all of what I need to get out. I just love that you all are alive and well enough to tune in, and I look forward to talking to y'all, seeing y'all again on Friday. Yeah, I'm gonna aim for Friday at noon. That's what I'm gonna do. I think I'm gonna aim for Friday at noon. So let me know if that time worked well for y'all, and I probably do. No, I want to aim for both. I want to aim for Friday at 9 a.m. and then I want to aim for Friday at noon as well. In that way, you know, we can start getting back on track, and I have some more information for you all too. Until then, peace, love. Look forward to hearing from you all. Call, don't forget, call. Go back and control 314-705-6264 until I get the 388-8100. Now it could be up today. If it is, then I'm most definitely gonna come back probably tomorrow, and I'll let you guys know, and I'm gonna put it on Facebook that the number is back up then. So that's what I can do. All right, I love y'all. Y'all take care. Thank y'all for letting me get all that out. That's a lot. That's a lot, but it was needed. All right. Bye bye. Oh, now I gotta go get somebody out the psych ward. Wow.